Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tales from the Snake Room. We are short two down. We're missing Justin Weinrich and Dale Richards. Dale might pop in for a little bit. He was actually doing a show and he's driving on his way home. But we did pick up Will Morose. So let me start adding people to the stage. Where'd everybody else go? Hang on. All right. Am I missing somebody?
Not yet.
Nope.
Good stuff.
Before.
What's up, everybody?
So, yeah, we're just going to do this episode is, well, we really don't ever have plans, but we're going to talk about the Tinley show that just ended up. Who wants to start, or what are your thoughts on how this Tinley went for everybody? Or do you guys want me to go first, or anybody else want to go first?
Cold and shitty.
Cold and shitty. Hang on, let me let the dogs in there first.
That wasn't cold, dog. That wasn't cold.
Come on, man. I'm from Florida.
Keep your Canadian crap out of there.
Yeah.
Give Will 5 years. He'll be freezing his ass off when it's like 40 degrees.
I don't know. Georgia gets cold.
I can tell you when Jen and I flew in and landed, you're flying over I think it's Lake Superior, and it's white caps across the whole lake. And when we come down, the turbulence was so bad and it hit hard. And then they slammed the brakes like really hard, and the pilot actually said, "Sorry about that, guys." So I mean, it was a hard landing, and I heard other people like Justin and a few others talking about the same kind of landing. So it was a very windy Friday.
Was that?
Midway.
Is that the one that has the short runways, or is it?
Probably it's smaller than O'Hare.
Midway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a short
I
one.
heard. Yeah, Jeannie said the same thing. Like they had to do a hard landing.
So it was. I started off with a very turbulent landing.
Did you get out okay? Flying home? Because everybody had like flights canceled. You guys had to crazy carpool.
I got the last minute canceled 10 minutes from the airport, and we went back and we grabbed some Wendy's and drove home with Jason.
Oh, okay.
That's the worst when they wait till the last minute to cancel.
Yeah, and it was like 6 when we left, so we pretty much drove in the front all the way to Chattanooga before we could escape it on the way to Atlanta, because the front just kept coming as we were going south, so we were getting tornado warnings and rain. Like if we had left an hour earlier, it would have been nice.
Oh yeah, our drive home was wild.
You guys had a wild one too?
Yeah, man.
Well,
just rain, really, just pouring rain. Yeah,
wind too,
for like
right?
8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, wind. Yeah.
What time did
you guys? Yeah.
We probably got on the road by like 4:30.
Okay, so you're about a half hour behind us. No, you were a half hour ahead of us because I don't think we left until 5.
Yeah. We left at 6.
Somewhere in
there.
We heard that everybody said weather was coming in, so we left early. I mean, it was by 3 o'clock. Everyone's kind of like, "All right, let's go."
I thought I was going to get to fly home.
Everybody thought they were going to fly
when I was
home.
driving, I thought I was going to hydroplane. I had to go down to like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
I mean, there was waves in the road.
These guys were stuck with all their wives and Steve's daughter for 2 hours.
3 hours to Indy to get it. That's where they could get their rental car from.
Oh, they rented a car out of Indy and then drove themselves? Yeah. Okay.
There was no cars
Damn.
in Chicago. No cars in Chicago.
Dang.
So basically that was the closest car they could rent. So
okay.
But they were an hour and a half behind us because they waited online for an hour to get their car. Because everybody that was flying into Chicago actually flew into Indy. They made them land in Indy, and everybody was trying to rent a car to go back to Chicago. Which I probably wouldn't have did that either into that storm. Because that storm just followed us all the way down.
It did. Yeah.
It was right on our ass the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know how it rained till Florida.
Honestly, I don't know how we survived the drive. I don't remember driving for 4 hours. Yeah.
I had a rental car while I was there, and I actually called with the anticipation that my flight would also be canceled. And they were tagging on 50. Yeah, they were tagging on $1,500. They called $1,500 relocation fee. So it was like, oh, you can keep your car one extra day. It's gonna be like $1,650. I was like, yeah. But I was lucky enough to leave. It was 4.5 hours delayed, We actually sat on the plane for 3 hours with no pilots, which I didn't know you could do until that trip. But we made it out. So I was pretty.
How many
pretty
times
lucky.
did you get delayed?
It kept getting delayed because we didn't have pilots. But then they loaded us up, but we still didn't have pilots.
Now, how many times did they delay it though?
Oh, 3 times. Never more than like it was never more than like an hour and 15 minutes. They just kept pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, I would rather they just cancel the flight instead of just like drag you along for 5 hours. Yeah, it's so annoying.
I think
had sushi and 2 glasses of wine and just sat there and waited.
10 times delayed.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Well, we have some friends, Molly and Jason, who delayed, and then canceled and had to get a hotel voucher. And because they were so late in the delay, the closest hotel that would take them, that had vacancy was like 20 miles away. Like they weren't even close to the airport.
And they were there till Tuesday also, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Winston was stuck
Winston was there till Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday. Wow.
Justin got out. Justin Kabolka got out, Monday night, I think was the earliest he got out. It could have been Tuesday.
Damn.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Steven said that he had 10 delays. Canova.
Yeah. I'm sure other people got out on Sunday, but I'm the only one that I know that made it out without being canceled to the next day.
I mean, we were back in Atlanta Monday, 8 a.m. So we drove right through the night.
Yeah.
We were back
there wasn't
11.
Okay.
About 11 o'clock. But we still we're probably 6 hours from you.
Yeah, we got the Jason
so yeah,
11:30 a.m.
Yeah. So.
We had there was a stretch there for like probably 6 hours where it was just like the wipers were on full blast. Just
you're just praying.
I don't know.
It's not in front
yeah. I don't know what lane I'm in. Just keep it hot, just keep it going. Yeah.
I had never heard of tornado
Days
alarm
of Thunder, just floor it and go through.
Dude, so I've never been around like tornado stuff, right? Canada, it's not really like it wasn't ever really a thing. And we were in the bathroom at our truck stop, and then my phone's like, wah, wah, wah. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I look at my phone, and it's like, take shelter, like hi. I was like, what the fuck are you? And I said to Daniel, I was like, bro, is this like a real, like, what the hell's going on right now? And then we walk outside, and the rain is like flying sideways. And then all of a sudden, the gas station lights all shut off. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in Twister, man. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Welcome to America.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Pitch black,
but it was fine.
It goes, and then you look for a fire.
Yeah. We sat at the gas station for probably 45 minutes because it was just, it was like 3 a.m. And it's just like blowing sideways. I'm like, dude, I'm going to kill us if I drive. I'm tired.
That's about the time when I was driving when I thought I was going to hydroplane.
Wasn't a box truck or anything, was it?
We took that Bob's Balls van. We all hopped in that.
The van scared me. Big
bro,
walls.
you catch wind with that thing, and it's like you can feel it all over the road. Yeah, yeah.
It's tall. It catches all the wind because it's so tall.
Mm-hmm.
It throws you all over.
He's got the same van, but he's got the extended one. It's like
a
red box.
Yeah. Show was good though. I had fun.
I thought it was cool. Yeah. I had a good time. I think
sales could have been
a little bit better. Sales are always great after I get home. Like we do awesome. As soon as I get back, it's like sale. But during the show, there was a lot more pet people there. I did notice that. Still a lot of the breeders that we've seen in the last 3 or 4 years, a lot of those faces aren't coming around. But a lot of new ones. There was a lot more new people coming in.
But that's just the ebbs and flows of the ball python world, right? Yeah. People get out, people get in. It's just 6 years from now, the landscape will look totally different with a bunch of new faces and a bunch of and some old ones too. But it's it's at least people are getting in. That's a good sign, right?
Attendance was something to be happy for, even if even everyone wasn't spending. I feel like Saturday early afternoon.
It was busy.
For those of you in the chat, I don't have a table, don't vend. I get the freedom to walk around all during the show, and there were literally rows that I wasn't even going to try to go down. They were so packed. Yeah. And that's a good sign for the reptile industry, I think, for sure.
I didn't bring anything. Sorry, go ahead, Jerry.
I was going to say, I was telling Steve that, I was wanting to get moved from where I'm at because I'm way in the back there. I'm like, the second aisle from the back wall.
Yeah.
And I said, if the next
tough
3
area.
shows, if they don't do any better than they have been for us, because we're basically almost just breaking even, maybe a little bit above. But yeah, this weekend or that weekend was so busy. It looked like, the main aisles, where you had to like walk sideways and stuff at some
Right.
point. So I was like,
It was
maybe I ought to
slammed.
just keep my
That's-
tables. It was pretty
That's
busy.
very encouraging.
It was
though,
actually
to see
my
that.
best show for Tinley that I've done, but we've only done, I think, 5 Tinleys so far. But out of all the Tinleys that we've done so far, it was our best show that we did.
Well, that's good.
So which
I didn't bring anything crazy. Like I didn't bring any like high end animals. I honestly just brought stuff that was sitting in the rack that I was like, okay, this stuff's got to go. Let's clear. Let's get ready for 2026. And and I was really happy moving that stuff out. So they were there for me.
Oh, you said they were there for you.
Because you finally brought animals.
Yeah. Not what people were expecting us to bring, I don't think. But hey, I brought animals, right? Yeah.
I talked to some of the Canadian customers who usually buy when they come down. They said there was nobody there to ship anything back, so they were just walking around. They couldn't buy anything at the show, so that was kind of disappointing. You always get a couple of those extra sales, and when they can't ship, nobody was shipping. It kind of made that flat.
I mean,
overall, it was okay.
I know a guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They couldn't make it happen.
I thought it was a
We
decent
sold
show.
some that we had to ship out, which we just shipped out
I didn't have any
yesterday
of
from
that.
Tinley.
I held on to
we
an
had-
animal for a year for Will before I could ship it out. From Tinley at one time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I have his babies right here in front of me, actually.
Well, I'm glad he's doing good there.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about some of the cool things we saw there?
Yeah.
Jeremy put up some pictures. This one's a hot topic.
Yeah.
You can do the first one.
Yeah, hang on. The reason why I couldn't upload this before, Steve, is because I tried to blow it up where you didn't see so much extra, and I can't make it any bigger than that. But
paint puzzle. I like it.
That's what I told her.
You need to pick
that
up.
was like
It's closer.
What's that?
So you need the pic that I had posted. It's closer.
Is that making anything bigger on you guys' screen or only on mine?
I can pinch it on my phone, but it's not.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. I didn't know if it was showing up
I'm on a big monitor, so it looks fine to me. But
I'm sure it looks. I'm sure people can zoom in, or they have a computer, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, take a screenshot of it or whatever. But yeah, that's just regular. There's no other genetics in it, as far as I know. From what he said, it was just a paint and a puzzle put together.
That's what he says.
Definitely,
Chad wanted a base
so
point. He didn't
definitely
want
a
to have
lot
anything
of
else in it.
it's got a lot of potential. I like it. It wasn't what I expected when I first saw it, but the more I look at it, the more I'm liking it even more.
What did you? Just curious, Jeremy. What were you expect? What did you think it would look like?
I don't know. I don't know what I expected, to be honest with you. And now that I think about it, I guess what it is here, but I don't know. It's just I don't know what I could.
I don't think I would have imagined it look like that. I would have thought a little bit
it
bigger
would look
pattern.
like a cryptic puzzle or a paint. Have you guys seen cryptic paint?
I haven't.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Don't think so.
I thought it would look more like that, where it had a little more pattern. But I'm really happy that the puzzle head came out, so it's clearly a puzzle, and it's and then the side flames that puzzles have is really lifted up on that thing, and then it's got that little bit of wacky
some of
pattern.
the dorsal there still.
Yeah, and I see 5 or 6 genes I already want to add into it. So I hope other people can see past just that animal and just understand that's a building block, not
No, let them sleep.
Actually,
let them sleep. Let them sleep, Mary.
Yeah,
Let them sleep.
I know.
I made a pair. I only have a pair that I've actually paired once this year, but I think I want to just hold off and wait till next year. So the female is calico and the male is spot nose. Double head paint puzzles.
Yeah, those are both great genes that go with paint and puzzles. So it'll be interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. So I actually starting to pair some more because I have a hypo paint male that's breeding, So I put them on another puzzle combo, just to add some other stuff to it. And now that I see what it looked like, I mean, I was the first that made the genetic stripe puzzle, and I've worked on that for a few years, and it was just a flop, just like the clown and I think the pied, you did pied for a while. Isn't that just the eye stripe that it adds with the pied? So
I mean, all my pieds were high white. It doesn't mean the puzzle's doing that. It's just where I was stuck with. I didn't make any of the low white pied. I'm sure there's a puzzle pied someone will make that's low white one day, but is it the puzzle making it crazy or just that crazy pattern that low white pieds have anyway,
Did you ever add Enchi to it or anything like that, or no?
What's that?
Did you add Enchi to any of your
I made one hypo Enchi puzzle pied, and it is basically a Enchi puzzle head and pied body. It was probably a 70% low white, so like 30% white, but it was a striped Enchi type pied, so that didn't help either. So I had a back stripe, and because you can make a really stripy Enchi.
Tinley.
He doesn't. We don't know the question, Jeremy. They don't know what you're answering if they're listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Who is the picture from? Mike Smith was asking. So that's a picture that was taken at Tinley from Chad Hawker's table. It's the very first puzzle paint.
Yeah. I thought it had a lot of color to it too. Like if you didn't I would have suspected it had yellow belly in it, just the way those flames.
I feel like it's
very orange.
If he said yellow belly and mogwai, whatever that is, I would have believed him.
Absolutely. Even his hats were amazing though. The hat paint, the puzzle. I mean,
one hat was kind of boring, and one was really nice. So I'm not sure.
They were busy though.
Yeah.
Busier than regular paints.
Yeah, definitely that.
For sure.
Will, what was your first thought when you saw it?
I like it. I like that you can see both genes clearly. Like if you look at it, you can tell it's a puzzle, and you can also tell it's a paint. It's not like when you get a combo. Like let's use puzzle clown for example, right? You put those two together, and it's all clown. It might as well just have a clown, right? That extra work is kind of like obsolete. There's no need to do it. But when you can get like both genes representing themselves like almost 50-50 equally,
exactly.
Then I think there's room for that to do some cool stuff. Like you can. Just a simple thing like spot nose, hurricane calico. Like I feel like a lot of this stuff could be, like there's a lot of stuff in there that I think has, pastel boys, pastel yellow belly. Yeah.
Don't hate on pastel.
I told Steve at the show, puzzle seems to get dominated by certain recessives, as you guys mentioned with pied and clown. So was it probably good news, even if you didn't like the way it looked, people who don't love it, at least both genes are expressed. At least you have a canvas to start from and build on.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of dominate or hide the puzzle. So it was cool to see that you could see both genes.
I'm ecstatic with it. I see a lot of future potential with it, with what I want to mix into it.
What you say? You want to put static in it?
I wish I would have made more.
No, I said with what I would put
project
acid in it, but what things I want to mix to it.
What other cool snakes were at the show we got pictures of?
I like the OD sunset puzzles.
Let's see.
The Brockhead. I didn't get a picture of this. That actually turned out really cool. I thought that was actually a beautiful snake for a really, a granite pattern, a heavy granite pattern with the DG, which I thought it would have cleaned it out.
It's a red stripe Cosmos, white flame, desert ghost, het clown, and I think it probably looks. I feel like that would look better the way it is than with the clown, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I like the way it looks just like that.
I actually wonder if it would look better. Yeah, I actually wonder if it would look better without DG. I think I want it to look more pixelated and dirty. I don't know if I love the DG in it.
I think it has a lot of that granite look.
That thing's gonna look awesome at like.
Well.
No, that.
Yeah, you give that thing like 4 months, it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll age well as long as you don't get. You know how sometimes some DGs will get a little bit of that smearing on the very tip of the dorsal or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you'll see it with DG clowns or whatever. As long as that doesn't happen to it, which I think it'll look
I
really good.
would rather
there's
see that thing head
also-
for hypo than head for clown.
Well, it would be awesome if it had hypo on it for sure.
I'm just saying, I would rather see that snake in a head hypo than in
Sing
a
to
head
Barry,
clown of it.
Steve. Sing to Barry.
And that's a Canova production there.
There's a few
Actually,
from
the other
Canova.
ones. Yeah, I didn't put all of them in here. Let's see which one this is. This is the yellow belly lace zebra het pied.
That's cool. That's
I
Yeah,
really
the-
like the lace. Lace with
The
zebra.
yellow belly hat white lace zebra. It looks great.
Het white lace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
so
pretty
sick
cool.
of
Barry
calling
still
it
wants it
lace.
to be a recessive.
So should Mandarin. Mandarin should be het Mandarin and Mandarin. I don't like the codon thing with those.
You don't think you can see single gene lace? Oh, you can see it on a lot.
How many
I'll
fake
say
ones
this:
are
you
out
can
there?
see
How
single
many
gene
fake
lace as
ones?
much you can see single gene
How many-
paint.
How many
It's
fake
this ID,
ones?
not
Lots.
Exactly,
Lots.
because
But
you can't 100% tell. So it should be a fucking. It's just like het paint. Back in the
Yeah,
day, it was.
That's the
Uh,
huge
you know?
paint.
but there's a lot of. I mean, then I guess we should start calling shit like het ivory too.
I mean, we could.
Corey Woods is somewhere right now clapping. Corey Woods is really happy for you right now.
Yeah, Corey's the man, bro. Corey's a G, dude. That guy's.
Why? Which one was he speaking up about?
Well, that's why he named Het Red, right? Because he was like, well, they're all hets and homos, I guess.
It's actually the most aptly named incomplete dominant there is. Because at the end of the day, it's heterozygous and homozygous. There's no in between.
That's it.
And a super pastel is a homozygous pastel, right? Like it should be het pastel. And
I just.
Pastel.
the visual and pastel, right? That's that. It would
You said
actually
that
clear up
that way.
a lot of confusion.
One of my
It would-
bigger issues.
Not to be
with
confused with
lace-
the gene.
'Cause there's no
Right.
super. Right? So it's just-
Yeah. Not to be confused with the gene confusion. Yeah.
Will, one
Barry doesn't like
of my
confusion. He
bigger
wants to use
issues.
static.
One of my bigger issues
What's-
with lace is that. Damn it! Now
I
you've
was looking at Charlie's question.
Miguel's screwing with me. So lace is not the goal. So everyone just keeps making more lace crap. Lace this, lace that. White lace is the goal. There should be a shit ton more white lace by now. Lace is a
For
stepping
sure.
stone. Everyone needs to stop just making. I made more lace clowns.
You gotta
We need
start
to
off
be
with
making
lace.
white lace.
I think there's an
But-
easy explanation for that, though.
but
There are a
there's
lot of
way
people
more.
who bought lace that didn't get lace.
Well, that too,
That's true.
which
That's
is
true.
why I also think it should be het. But those are my thoughts.
I wouldn't buy a lace
What do
without.
you guys
it being
think about
shed
this
tested.
one here? It's a
I-
Desert
One
Ghost
of that.
genetic stripe Pompeii, 50% pos head
The
hypo.
nicest Kiki I've ever seen.
Yeah,
By far.
I like
wish
it.
Dale
I
was
like
here.
it.
I like
I-
that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that looks great.
I like the way the
cycle's
stripe
really
is
good.
across the top. Yeah.
There's
Be
a lot
nice
of
That's
if
a-
pattern
it
on
proves
that.
out to be hypo.
That's a Desert Ghost Pompeii G-stripe clown. Like a desert.
Yes.
God damn, I am so fucked.
That, honestly, that's a shitty picture. It looked way better in person.
It did.
Yeah.
The one next to it, too. They both looked really good. Yeah.
And then this one here.
That thing was
That's
cool.
probably
not
I
the
like.
best
Yeah.
Crazy orange spots.
It's not
on
the best
sides.
picture. This looks a lot better in person. But this is, I'm trying to blow it up on my side. So it's Enchi Super,
Red Stripe,
Yellow Belly,
Cypress,
Cypress, Hurricane
Clown.
Clown. Yeah. But much
That is a
better in
hypo. Is
person.
going to be real nice.
Hypo would look
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those oranges will really
Yeah. Yeah.
pop out that. We already saw that one.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the that's a tornado that he had out there.
What is that? Is that a mega?
No, that's a
Nope.
tornado.
Tornado.
But it's I even said, man, that one kind of is like a low expression. Then he's like, yeah,
it's
variances
not the
or whatever.
craziest, but this other
Yeah,
one.
and he
is
had it
ridiculous.
next to this one here. Of
Yeah.
course, it's gonna.
That
make
one's
it
really
even look
cool, yeah.
worse. Yeah, so
Now,
that one
Will-
there, I was
Oh, it's
talking to
striking how
him.
different they
he's-
look, just for one being just Het Desert Ghost.
Yeah, he thinks
Will, doesn't
something
that
is
remind
in-
you of a morph, but you just can't put your finger on it? You know, like I feel like I know what it is, but I haven't seen it. You know, can't remember.
It kind of
Anything
reminds
a
me of like
combo.
the early acid yellow belly pastel combos.
It has that
Yellow belly
vibe.
really interactive.
Yeah.
Tell me more,
Josh was
Steve.
starting to do the Riddler and stuff. Honestly, they were mind blowing back then, though. When he was making.
But I mean, the fact that you could put those things still into that is where that's.
Yeah, exactly. Like an acid tornado would probably be really cool.
So I don't know the whole story on that one. Did he obviously? I'm assuming he tested it for everything under the sun to see what's going on.
He has. When I talked to him last, he only tested it for what the genetics he known was in it. But he did say he's going to do a full panel. He thinks that it's some sort of a fire gene that maybe they don't have a test yet for.
Yeah,
what he's
fire vanilla type thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What about like Russo?
I think Dale's in the chat. I think Dale wanted to say something. Yeah.
Not a Kiki? No, it's a Kiki, bro. It's a Kiki.
Dale he's just gonna chime in.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna try.
Yeah.
Jeremy, can you go to the tornado before this one, the first one you put in?
Yeah, hang on just a second.
Go back one picture.
Yeah, Casey, can you do that? I'm on another screen real quick trying to pull something up.
Casey, if you wouldn't mind, please. For those of you who don't know, she's our soundboard person. Okay, so different clutch. I was curious if it looks like it's a different clutch because he kind of puts their clutch numbers up top. I was curious if the variability mattered in the clutch, but that's a different clutch. 2605 it looks like, and the other one was 2611.
It's a different size too. It's smaller.
Yeah, but I was just wondering, like, within a clutch, would you get huge variability, or could it be that he bred maybe two separate tornadoes? I don't know enough about tornado. Like there are some genes that make really high and low expression.
That one could be het
I don't know if it matters, but they were both around the same size. If that means anything.
I don't think it would be any different than any recessive gene. Like, you're going to have polygenic traits that, like you could have a clutch of pastel clowns and one's like really busy, one's reduced.
Goats, and look how different they are. Like,
but there's something else going on there. It's obviously not just it can't be just the het DG doing that. At least in my opinion.
My male's a het DG, and he doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's got something else, like a fire type gene that's there. That's my guess. There would be there has to be some sort of brightening gene doing that.
I agree. There's some other gene in there.
Yeah, but I would imagine tornado will have just as much variability as the next thing, like a pied or like a puzzle or like anything, right? It'll be variable.
Well, I know from Codom standpoint, I like mahogany a lot, but I've learned that if I have a good expression mahogany, that tend to make good expression mahoganies.
Oh, for sure.
Well, that's
line breeding. Right.
And I've seen
Yeah.
Or selective breeding, we used to call it back in the day.
Line breeding. We need more.
Anybody gonna need pictures of Jason's stuff that he had in his table? He had some really nice puzzle stuff.
I can't. He was selling it too fast.
Yeah,
I did a video. I don't know how to put it up.
Text it to me, and I can text it to me if you have
it. I have to get out of the room, but I can do that.
Oh, are you only on your phone?
Yeah, I get back.
Okay.
Hold on.
We gotta get.
All right.
We gotta give him a laptop or something. He's over here making fun of my liquor cabinet. Doesn't even have a laptop. And I have 2 laptops.
Was there anything else cool that we saw at the show?
Ball python related or anything related?
Lots of cool other stuff. Like a lot of cool other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, ball pythons obviously I feel like it's gotten to the point where like everyone is making such exceptional stuff that it like gets lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I can walk by a table. Like I walk by a table and like, bro, there can be confusion, yellow belly, whatever, DG clown, this, that, the third, and it's like it's just that everything is so nuts that it feels like it has to really, really stand out to be nuts now.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of a weird dynamic in the industry right now. But other stuff, oh yeah, dude. Like I'm on a king rat snake kick right now. Like they're so fucking cool. And I saw a few of those. Xanthic one there. Lots of cool little lizards and geckos, and I didn't get as much time to walk around. It actually was kind of a weird Tinley because my first time actually like vending it, and turns out you're stuck there. Yeah, I was like, people were coming by. Did you see Justin's table? I'm like, I haven't fucking left mine, man. I haven't even gone down my own aisle. Like I don't know what's here, you know. So, but yeah, no, it was
out till Saturday. Saturday
yeah,
morning,
yeah, that too,
everything out.
yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, did you get it?
Friday.
Yeah,
Right.
I did see somebody had
takes a minute.
albino black dragons or albino dragons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, albino water monitors.
Cool.
Yep.
They were super cool.
Yep.
I missed
really
that.
cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a picture of that. I should have sent it to you. It was.
Originally, I think Jason had sold some of the good stuff before I took the video.
There's lots of cool stuff at Tinley, right? Like it's like
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
The
One of the weirdest things I saw was he makes those expensive. They're nice, but they're expensive. The guy who makes the expensive displays that I used to have.
Next level?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice displays.
I loved his rat.
Rodent racks.
The rodent racks. They had like drain plugs that so that you couldn't actually flood the rat tubs. It was all stainless steel tubs.
I had a question. I didn't get to talk to you about that, but my question was once you put bedding in it, wouldn't the bedding just plug the drain?
So it's only at the top. So the idea is that even if it flooded, they don't drown. They don't have a way to not breathe and escape.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's like an inch away from the top.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the idea is that as it filled up, it hit a point. They'd be swimming, but they wouldn't drown.
They're staying. Well, your pups would, but the adults would be alive. They're stainless steel tubs too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I did ask because a lot of people asked as a guy who works a lot with.
What's that rack?
Are they actually weren't that bad. It was 135 a level.
Single?
So the single or the smaller double ones that were more meant for like mice and ASFs, it's the same price. He had one with the bigger tubs, and then he had ones that was a double setup with slightly smaller tubs.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's a lot for a large scale.
Yeah. If I'm trying to produce 400 rats a week, then there's no shot I'm talking about that.
Yeah, that's good for your weekend.
But yeah, like
200 a level.
I mean, what's that?
Freedom Breeder is about $200 a level.
Yeah, for 3 tubs though.
Yeah, unless you
for 370 series tub. Right. Yeah, and then it's a 5, and then it's 5. So you're 300. So you're I mean, it's double the price, double the price, but you're getting more than double the tub. Yeah, it's 6 one, half a dozen the other.
The best racks you'll find out there are used metal.
Yeah, the best racks are the ones that produce rats for you.
Yes,
like and don't give you headaches. That's the best rack. I don't care if it's wood. I don't care what it's made out of. It's whatever. The one that's the least maintenance and produces rat. The rats don't chew out of, and it's like that's the good rack.
I don't have problems with my wooden racks with the actual tubs. They don't chew the tubs.
Right.
It's the wire after so many years it starts to fall apart. Then it's not
Okay.
too much work to repair.
And it will.
Oh, you sent it as a video.
That's what I said. It was a video.
Oh, yeah, I can't do a video on here.
Yeah, I didn't take any pictures of his stuff.
Okay, I was wondering why I wouldn't upload. Yeah, I'd have to
I mean, you can screenshot that first animal.
Yeah. All right, so back to the tornado thing. Hang on. That one color.
The weird one?
Yeah, the one that he had. So these are 2 pieds that I have. I believe the top one is Desert Ghost. I think they're both Desert Ghosts. Bottom one is Pastel, but the top one, there's no other genetics in it. But it almost has that same coloring.
That color? Yeah,
his tornado has.
You made 2 or 3 of them really orange ones.
Yeah, there's nothing else, no other codoms in that top one. The bottom one's Pastel Desert Ghost. The top one is just Desert Ghost. It's no OD.
That bottom one doesn't have White Flame.
Who knows? But I'm wondering if there's a color tone that's traveling with the tornado or something. Because
that bottom one's not a pastel.
It is a pastel. The bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're both Desert Ghost. The bottom one's a Pastel Desert Ghost. They're both at least 66 het tornado, or they could be visual tornadoes. I don't know.
That bottom
one is kind of dark.
It's very dark, but there's nothing else.
Dark on the top, but it does look Desert Ghost. It's clean like that. It has that pattern.
Oh, it's a DG. It's DG for sure.
Yeah, but there's.
Is that the one I always commented on, Jeremy?
I think so. Yeah, that one, and there was another
that thing
one.
was really orange as a baby. You could have told me it was an ODDG pied, and I would have believed you. I mean,
yeah, that's a different one. This is a yeah, the other
This
one that
one's
you're
different?
talking about,
Okay.
that was a year before. But now I don't know if they're tornadoes or they're, like I said, at minimum 66% hits. But yeah, I was just showing that. Hang on, what the hell?
Going back
this
to
guy's
the
possible tornado collection is bigger than my whole collection.
And then
putting that boy to work.
this one is the one that I sold. See how busier it is, because we were talking about the variation. Now that's also het monsoon, but see how crazy.
But it's lighter than the other
female
one
that John got.
Yeah, it's really light though. That's not just tornado, is it?
Well, it's het monsoon.
That sums that up right there. Variation.
Yeah,
exactly. And here's my male. This is my male as a baby. That one's het desert ghost. That doesn't look anything like Justin's that's het desert
not at all.
ghost.
No.
But it also doesn't look like the single gene tornado either.
No, that's just the other one that he had.
Yeah.
The other one, yeah, this one
It's
I think
closer to that one, but still lighter. His was dark.
Yeah.
It's interesting how much variation is in the gene, the single gene.
Yeah, you also got to remember his stuff all came from the UK, so who knows what they have mixed over there, and then the base gene or the normal or whatever could have some weird shit in it. I feel like a lot of those normals that they call normals actually have genetics in there that you can't really see a whole lot.
I thought that tornado looked like a carnivore. I thought so.
Hey,
now, did anybody get any pics from Brad Bowe's table?
I did not.
I didn't take
all
pics.
the Cosmos stuff, because he actually had some like supposed white flames picked out from non-Cosmos and Cosmos without white, whatever. And I found it interesting trying to look through those to see what they were seeing.
Did you see what they were seeing?
Sometimes. I mean, one of the clowns that they called White Flame Clown, I thought looked better than the one that they called a Cosmos Clown. So then I'm like, is the White Flame more important? I don't really know. I still don't even know if it's a gene, So
yeah, I'm not fully. But has anyone claimed to make has anyone claimed to separate them yet? Has anyone seen a White Flame not in Cosmos?
Yeah, I think Justin's trying to figure it out. They're all trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Hey, Jeremy. Stephen had a question about the T positive albino. You see it on there? I think he's talking about Patrick McKnight. He's talking about his
put the question up and I'll read it, Jeremy. Yeah. Put the question up and I'll read it.
I think it's called Rust, the one he's working on.
Oh, it says not a Tinley, but did you see Patrick's new T positive albino morph that is a relic with Ultramel? And essentially works like Candy, Candino, and Albino, but with Ultramel.
Did he name it? He named it Rust.
I saw him say something was Rust, but I didn't know it was a lyric with Ultramel.
I saw it a couple of years ago.
Rust?
Yes.
So what does a Rust Ultramel allelic combo look like?
I'm going
to show you. Hang on, it'll take me a minute, but I'll put it up.
Oh, you seen it?
So it's a Rust albino?
He says it's on Instagram, Jeremy.
Yeah, I got it. It just takes me a minute. I gotta screenshot it and then text it to myself. And then...
There's probably a conversation to be had about like marketing, and I'm not going to knock anyone's name, but I don't know if Rust is the best name for marketing.
What you got there, Will? Labatz? What is it?
You got to keep it in front of you, Will. You got to.
Ultra.
So Barry has a friend. We have a mutual friend, and he literally says it on the beer that is a superior light beer. All the rest are horrible. He won't even drink if we go to a place they don't have it.
It says it.
Yeah, he literally says it.
Take that down.
He'll order like Jay. His name is Jay. He's so funny. He'll tell the waitress like, "You have the superior light beer. I don't want any of the bad ones."
Well, it's also got.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a little patriotic here,
Oh, there you go. So,
you could have stayed home based on political environment. You were probably just a couple years away from being like the 51st state.
Hey man, it couldn't have happened quick enough, dude. I was like, I'm skipping the line, man. Fuck it, yeah.
All right, so this is
Yeah,
here. So
okay,
the bottom
so-
one's an ultra male, the middle one is a double het, and the top one is the rust, Patrick's morph.
Okay, so
Okay,
the
so he
double
bred him
het's
Ultramel,
technically an
and they
allelic
kind of
That's a
went
dominant.
double het
So the
or a
allelic
double
combo is the
vision.
middle one.
No, the top one
thought
can't be the
he's-
allelic combo.
No, the middle one.
Oh, the middle one.
It looks monarchish.
The middle
But
is
now we
double
know.
het.
It's
Yeah,
double
the
Yeah.
het.
double het. If it's allelic, the double het would be the animal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. The double. But how does he know it's? I'm guessing there's more to the story, but
I'd have
If
to
it's
see
like
the
Candino.
size too. But.
So it's the Ultramel Candino or Tofino.
Yes.
yeah.
Or
Yes.
no, that
Okay.
other thing. Have you heard of the other thing that's working with T negative albino?
Oh, the Dark Sun thing.
The dark sun things. Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe it's
I
something
did
like
see that. Man, there's so much shit going on that like I can't even keep up with it. It's just like
I
once
know.
I see a combo that I'm like, oh shit, that's cool, and I'll get it. But I mean, kudos to everybody who can keep up with
I
the,
think
you know.
people have to champion them though. I think one of the things that we struggle from is if it doesn't grasp immediately, people kind of give up on it. And a lot of them, you think of Ozzy, you think of all the older guys when they stuck with a gene for years and years and years, then it proved out.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah,
You
so
have
hopefully
to.
Patrick sticks with it, or someone, you know, if he sells, but someone sticks with it because there are a lot of genes that maybe could have had legs and died because people gave
Dude,
up on it.
Orange Dream is so obvious now, but it used to be so subtle, and no one dove into it.
Line breeding.
The Dreamy is what made me want it, and then the Supers is what made everyone else want it. But when it was just Orange
Calico
Dreams and
Dream
Orange
Bee,
Dreams,
man.
Yellow Bellies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I was talking to someone. Probably at Tinley. We were talking about Spider, and like, I understand that Spider has its issues. I personally don't have any anymore, but there are if you wanted to go down that road, there are some combos that you could make off the top of my head. Like if you went DGA Xanthic Calico Spider,
it'd probably be.
it would be one of the coolest looking snakes you could make.
Especially
like,
the ones that are solid white with a stripe on the back.
Right, man. Like
You
it's
know,
gonna
the
look
colliders.
so good. Yeah, it's gonna look. They're good. Like there's some combos out there that I like automatically like. Man, maybe I should have a couple spiders still.
I still tell people that when I came back in, the snake that I always think about, like what gave me the most awe, and I know that as you were in the hobby longer, it's harder to produce that feeling. But when I first came in, and I was way late to the party, I'll admit. The first time I saw Bumblebee, I thought it was the coolest snake I'd ever seen in the whole world. Like I was just like, oh my God, I believe you can make that.
But it's kind of like the market's kind of hypocritical because everyone just shits on Spider, but people will buy spot nose combos and super chocolates and super blackheads and like all of that stuff has the potential to wobble.
Yeah,
all of it.
Sure.
You know, like so it's like this weird kind of. It's all in the Spider complex or that family. And I've seen super chocolates that have that head shake. I've seen them with my own eyes. And it's like, okay,
super blackheads like that. And you know, champagnes can be that way.
Oh, champagnes. Yeah. If you put the wrong thing to a champagne, they're like, oh yeah.
It's a tough,
it's a tough, bolt. You gotta buy a bolt and just ends it off.
I made a Wookiee Spider. And dude, that thing, like, it had to be put down because it was so bad. But when it hatched,
before they knew it was allelic, or did they know?
This is like when I first got Wookiee. Like I didn't know anything about it. I just got it and then was like, okay, what do I have? Bred it to like some sort of spider combo, vanilla spider or something. And when that snake hatched, it shook so bad in the egg that it like Edward Scissorhands this egg. Like it's like when it was trying to hatch, like the egg was just like shredded. I'd never seen an egg that cut that up that bad. Yeah. So like it was just trying to get out. It just slashed the shit out of the egg.
I still remember Will telling when he was saying how he got bit by, I think it was a puzzle that was still in the egg. Then you say the puzzle bit you like it was
man. Yeah, I never she just like, you know, when they just sit there, just bubbles and they're just like hot tubbing it, they're just kind of chilling there. And I was like looking at the rest of the clutch and just boom. And I was like, what the fuck? That never happens.
I bet that one ate first.
Oh yeah, that clutch was great. Yeah. But that's the only time that's ever happened is getting bit out of an egg. Normally, obviously, they're just totally chill. But
do you think people are still breeding spiders to this day? Like
I mean, some people are.
Because I don't really see them at all anymore. I see adults.
Not in the game that we're all playing.
Yeah, I don't see it at our level, but when I went to South Carolina, which is predominantly a pet show.
Yeah, then you're gonna see that stuff.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they always say, like I asked a couple of the guys, I have one, he's never gonna leave. He's the first nigga I got when I got back in. He doesn't breed. He's got a big 4-foot enclosure that he hangs out in on himself. But I asked, and they're actually selling, they sell great. You know, depending.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
And the truth is, you know, a lot of people, like when I came in, they're like, oh, you got to stay away from it. It's neurological. And now all the paperwork and all the research is showing that that's actually not true, that it's an inner ear development. So more lack of the full inner ear that gives them like permanent vertigo. So they're actually,
super spot on for sure, Dale.
Yeah,
for sure it is.
Dale, how come you're not in here? You're messaging. You can jump in.
He's probably driving.
Hands free, baby.
Steven just has to rename them. You hear that? Steven has invested heavily in the Bolt. Good for Steve.
The Bolt, rename. Yeah.
Well, if you take
I think I've seen it all.
And you rename it
what's the one that has like, I don't remember all the genes, but I think it's like spider calico. Oh, is it campfire? Which one is that?
Oh no,
so that's not a spider combo.
No,
that's cinnamon enchi calico.
Oh, okay.
Yellow belly, I think.
Oh, yeah, but calico spider still looks. How do you say that? I never know how to say that.
Calico spider
or collider?
Collider.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Collider.
Yeah.
You remember the banana calico spiders? High white and purple on the top. They were beautiful. They were so amazing.
Incredible.
I bet you, honestly, if you just bred those now,
to this day, man,
you would sell the shit out of them because they were
guaranteed.
So pretty. Yeah,
guaranteed.
And some
guaranteed.
Think
a spider paint was ever made?
I don't know. You should try that one, Barry.
Interesting.
I don't have a spider.
I'm not doing it.
We can get you one. I'll buy you one if you want to do it. Yeah.
Barry, you need one.
A guy that has a whole rack of spiders.
I'm not afraid to bring spiders back.
Steve's got them.
I'm trying to bring Hidden Woma back.
I'll buy you multiples. Just so you have backups and everything, you know?
Was
that you want? With $100, get you like 5.
Yeah.
What are some other genes that were around that kind of went away? You know, like
Sable.
Stuff that we breed.
Yeah, Sable.
Yeah, you don't hear Sable. I had Sable for a while.
I have a Sable.
Sable's like a chocolate, but busier though.
Yeah,
sort of.
Like it's like a chocolate with granite. It's like a mix.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, Harlequin for a while was kind of one of those things.
Because we figured out it was chocolate, or is Raven is it still a separate gene that just kind of went away?
I think it tests differently, but at some point, like you got Wookiee chocolate Raven.
Yeah,
I think there's this shot. Like it starts to become like, okay, just pick one.
Tinny black pastel, basically.
Right. Static acid confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
We should have a vote, like a worldwide vote, and just keep one of the names. And if
that'd be cool.
Vote, you're out.
Raven is chocolate. Settled.
Oh, Raven is chocolate. Okay.
Settled.
What about the other one? When I first came in, I remember learning. And
Raven
I
is
saw him in Florida.
Raven is a het chocolate, actually.
There you go. It is.
Yeah.
Raven's a het chocolate. Good call.
It's a het chocolate. Yeah.
It was a het Raven. Now it's a het chocolate.
Yeah.
And actually, I feel like outside of yellow belly, asphalt, and gravel, the rest of that complex you don't see much of.
You don't see much Spectre. You definitely don't see much Spark.
No.
I see a lot
Spark was disappeared.
Yeah.
There's quite a few people in paint that have Spectre because a lot of stuff came from Limey, and Limey made a lot of super stripes back in the day. So that's linked into a lot of stuff.
Call me crazy.
Color enhancers.
I don't see them.
I like super stripes still to this day. As my yellow belly complex, like where I'm gonna draw the line in the sand. My favorite one's the super stripe stuff.
Highway
over the freeways, the highways. Yeah. I mean, they're don't get me wrong. Honestly, like a pastel freeway out of the egg might be one of the nicest snakes you can take out of an egg. Like they're just crazy.
Like a hypo super stripe would be. Really
but they don't age the best. Oh yeah, man, you get into
so much pattern.
DG Hypo super stripe combos, like the leopard super stripes were crazy. Like there's
leopard.
a lot of stuff. You know, another one that I used to love, and you never see them, super phantom combos. You never saw them because they're not bells. They give you that like gray body with highlighter yellow stripes on them. And where are those? I just never see them. Potions
I got one that's gravid now.
I have a couple.
super phantom, good.
Yeah.
Can we put up Charlie's last comment? It's something interesting
so.
that I'd like to actually bring up. Maybe we can discuss in Charlie's. I want to read it before that way because I know. So we've had, just so you know, we've had people who said, "Hey, I'm listening to you guys, but you answer questions without reading them." So Spectre and Spark aren't prevalent, but a few breeders have a lot of them. And my thing is, but I don't really even see them selling. So are those people breeding them, or do they just have them as like collector animal? Like I don't see a lot of Spark and Spectres for sale.
Yeah, I don't see much. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places either, right?
Yeah.
I just
or they could be
that could be it too.
Yeah, they might be using Repticons or something like that to move them. Their local shows.
I mean, Champagne's another one that I have a love-hate with Champagne. I absolutely hate like 99% of them. But then you get those ones where you're like, holy shit, that thing's crazy looking. You can get like them almost like silver and like, oh yeah, you can make some crazy looking ones. That's a gene that like is essentially gone from the market. I don't see anybody selling Champagnes.
What's the mimosa?
The only time I see it because I got one of those that's gravid too.
Yeah,
I got a hurricane Champagne clown.
Yeah.
I don't
Champagne clowns look cool, man. They look cool. So
mimosas that still look
hurricane.
good.
So I'm curious what the hurricane Champagne clown. What did I breed that to?
We need
Those
to
are
do
still
some
good
pairings just
on
for
the
fun,
pet
like
level, though.
Sunset Champagne. Who wins?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
who wins? The Crebo breeders win, dude. Yeah.
We'll take bets on it.
What about Sunset Monsoon? What do you think that's going to do?
Yeah.
It's right. Same idea.
Yeah, we got to take bets because it's going to be an ugly brown snake either way.
Or G-stripe, tri-stripe. What's that? How do you do it? How does that fight each other?
That's going to be the turnpike.
Yeah. The roundabout.
Well,
I'm working on Sunset genetic stripes too.
It's a double recessive, so it'll be expensive. So it'll be
Sunset
the toll road.
G-stripes.
That might
the toll road,
cool.
Actually, they're triple
might
heck
actually be
for
cool.
clown too as well. So it'd be a Kiki Sunset, I guess.
Kiki.
Let's go.
Dale's
gonna be back in the chat again.
Poor guy. He's not even here. We still fuck with him.
We have to be careful. Every time we say Kiki, Dale's hair gets shorter. So if we keep it up, he'll be on the next show looking like me.
Oh, dude. I'm with you. Yeah.
So we got an albino milk dud head and a chocolate milk dud head.
You see, Dale's at least ultra middle. But
is he making the ultra mill?
Actually, I do have a question. Now, wait, how long have you been in Georgia? How long have you since you moved?
November 20th.
What do you miss most about Canada?
My parents.
The weather.
Oh,
No.
I meant specific to Canada. They can move. You could fix that.
Oh, specific to Canada?
Hockey.
Yeah, actually, it might be hockey. Yeah, although the team I like is garbage, so it's like okay, whatever.
You come to Florida, we got like the Stanley Cup Finals guys.
I know Florida's got wicked teams.
Like the Tampa Bay Lightning, whenever they play downtown, is nuts.
Tampa is insane this year. I will miss it more in the summer because Canada is amazing in the summer. Like where I was at least was like cottage country, so we're just surrounded by freshwater lakes. And you can get on the boat, do fishing, go wakeboarding. It's all like backcountry roads. It's really nice in the summer.
You're gonna be
in the winter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on like Hal's front porch, man. Like it's March. It's like 88. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. I was like, whoa. We went to the gym today, and I got out of the car. I was like, what the fuck? It's hot out. It's hot.
It was hot today, man. I came home.
And all all the guys are like, "Oh, this was nothing," and I'm like, "Dude, this is like July for me."
Wait till August.
I know.
I can't wait
Wait till
till
July.
you get sunburnt.
Oh, I'm gonna cook, dude. I'm gonna cook. Yeah.
He's
I'm gonna be like a vampire.
Suntan.
Like hit the sun. Ah!
Hey, what's Patrick's name? What's Patrick in Chicago?
Dragon Soul? Dragon Soul, Patrick. Yeah.
He came Daytona, I think 3 years ago. And every time I see him, because he's like, I'm never coming back. He's like, I've never sweated that much in my life. Like being in Florida in August. He's like, I'll never go back. Like he's like, I thought I was gonna be sick. He's like, there were times where we were walking around, and I literally was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm physically gonna throw up.
It's hot. It's wet hot here.
And he was like,
It's
I'm
not
never.
like, California hot.
Daytona, he's like, dude, I'm never going back. Like,
Look, we're trying to get Will to come to Daytona. That's not helping.
I'm coming. I'm coming to Daytona.
Like,
yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm not gonna vend. It's too early for my season.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come down. Yeah, swamp acid. Yeah. I've already in like the lightest shorts I can get, t-shirt. I'm like, I don't have many more layers to like peel off, you know. I'm pretty much there. And it's only March. So but I will say
what is getting used to the humidity, because I've lived on the West Coast, and that's a different dry. Their temperatures are actually higher in the desert. Like if you go to San Diego or Arizona,
it's not humid though.
But it's not humid, so you have this dry sweat. It's nowhere here. It's just that you sweat, like you just perspire so much.
I haven't had to do anything to keep the humidity perfect in the room. Nothing.
Oh yeah. I don't do anything in my garage.
Oh no.
In fact, today, the craziest shit. Like for me, this felt like really crazy. I left the door open today because it was so nice. I was just letting fresh air into the room or whatever. And I come downstairs and there's a little fucking lizard running across my floor. And I was like, what the fuck? So I chased it down. I caught it. It was like this little skink. And I put him back outside, but I was like, man, I caught a lizard today. That's so cool.
Yeah. They have anoles up there where you're at in Georgia?
Yeah. I see them on the fence. They're pretty fast though.
They're all over here.
Yeah, I have buddies who live in the Carolinas and the Virginias, and he comes down to see me because I don't even, he has to mist his snakes and do all this other stuff, keep the substrate. And I'm like,
in Canada, we had to in the winter.
Yeah, so he comes and he hangs out with me for a week, and he's like, you're not even a ball python breeder. You're cheating. Like, you just put them in a tub, feed them, and nature takes care of the rest. Like, you don't have, like, he's like, I got to water them. I got to constantly monitor. I have a, humidifier in the room. He's like, you Florida boys just feed them. Just open a tub and feed them.
Dude, I'm about to turn the heat off in the snake room and just let it roll at whatever the hell it is natural for the rest of the year.
I will say that this is like way early for my season, and I'm ultrasounding and it's like 40 mil, 35 mil, 45 mil. I'm like, holy shit, these girls are just building fast. And I attribute that to the temps outside, like it warming up. In Canada right now, it's still cold. Like it's still pretty cold. And so I didn't get ovulations until really like the spring, when I could like kind of open the windows, get fresh air in, let all that, but you try that in February and you forget a window open, you're in trouble.
Are you scared now
because of the moving all those females down? Maybe that they're building faster this year.
I honestly, I don't.
Sometimes
I've heard both, right? I've heard that you do it and you have a terrible season, and then I've heard you do it and the shakeup changes, like they just all go. So I'm looking at a pretty big season for me, but
I don't know, people
we'll see how it goes.
If they heat up too fast and they ovulate too quick, it could promote slugs.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard for sure if they go really quick.
You have to be feeding them aggressively. I think body condition plays a lot into that, because the
for sure,
and the barometric pressure is probably telling them to do it, but they need the body condition to actually make fertile eggs. Yeah,
the majority of the stuff I brought down is like pretty mature. Like they're, and I mean, because I left so many, like I left 4 racks back in Canada. Because of that, like my rat, the toll on my rodent production is way lower here. So I don't need to produce 400 rats a week. I need to produce 250, and that's made it a lot easier. And I've actually, that was the dude, I got here on the 20th. I went and picked up like 400 rats on like the 23rd. Like I was like, I had it prearranged. I was like, have them females ready for me. And my buddy Jim came through clutch. And I drove up into Tennessee, picked up a gang of rats, filled a rack, and I have not missed a beat, man. I've been pumping rats out for, I'm actually like overproducing right now. I'm giving rats to Bob. I'm giving rats to Daniel. Like I have too many rats. I can't feed them all off. So that's a good problem to have.
You got to sell them.
Yeah, it's
Florida,
good for
man.
just coming down recently too and having that kind of production on that.
I'm guessing you don't freeze any, Will, right? You don't freeze any
I'm
of the
not.
backup? Yeah.
I'm not. No.
I
With
just sell
Bob,
off
like,
my overflow.
Bob's got a big collection, right? So he can
freeze for overflow
always
or
take
no?
up.
All of them.
Yeah, he can soak up the excess rats.
Jeremy, do you freeze for overflow or you just sell them off?
I used to a couple, but I've been feeding them off, to be honest with you. Like right now, it's probably the first time in a year that I've actually had several extra, but I won't. I've gotten trouble in the past, like where I would start selling them off and stuff, and then all of a sudden everything would get back on food, and then I'll have to end up buying some or something. So if I get an abundance, I'll probably just freeze them off and do frozen thawed or something if I get to that point again. But I think my production's pretty good now, so I don't.
Now, do you guys
worry about that.
do you guys hold back rats? Like what I've always done is hold back rats from litters that are like 12 or more. Anytime a female has a litter that's 12 or higher, I'll let her grow that up separately, pull those girls out, and those are my grow up girls.
I keep
And just promote.
Honest,
I keep
Mine
one.
don't.
I don't know
each.
what goes on in my rodent room. I'm not in there. I'm
Fuck,
not allowed
must be
in the
nice,
rodent room.
man. Yeah.
No, my wife and my daughter handle it all.
For
Really?
those of you who don't know, like
Yes.
I only breed
I
for
am
my
not allowed in
adults.
there.
That's it.
You just
I
like
only breed for my adults,
allergic?
And Steve's my
No.
mice guy.
They don't want me in there. I'm an asshole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, fair enough.
They
Fair
kicked
enough.
me out of the room. I'm not allowed to touch anything. I'm not
What it is,
getting
they
touching
have
rodents.
They have a
So,
system down because
they
he's
do have
my
a
mouse
system.
guy.
She-
Yeah, and
he
he interrupts the
she
system.
mass
He's the
produce-
glitch in the
they mass
matrix, so they don't want him.
produce rodents.
Yeah.
No,
Glitch in the
they mass
matrix.
produce all the rodents. They sell enough rodents every month to pay for my food and then some. So in turn,
Sure.
my snakes eat for free. 'Cause
Yeah.
it doesn't cost me.
Well, labor, but then
Do they feed the snakes
Yeah.
too, Steve?
Yes,
So you don't
And
even
they
have to
clean
go
us.
in
You
there
know
and
what
pick
Steve
them out.
does?
I do.
What Steve does at
I
home?
do.
He's
I'm
on
spoiled.
TikTok.
I know.
Steve
Shut
is,
up.
Yeah,
He's
what
on
is-
TikTok
got his
sending me
OnlyFans
videos,
going?
and the girls
I
are
breed
working, doing all
snakes,
this shit.
man. Come on, man.
Steve-
I'm a
Steve
breeder.
is the Dave Thomas of Steve's morphs. He's like the figurehead, but that's it. They just pay him to just be
I'm just the face.
You
talk
just
to people at toes.
you just walk in and pair, and then go back upstairs. You're just like, I'm done.
A single story.
You-
Only one- no
You
play.
pair up
can't
like
go
20 males, and then
upstairs
kick your
on
feet up. You're like, yeah, that was a hard day's work, boys. I'm
Will-
exhausted.
post
Yeah.
it.
Will.
I gotta talk to Dustin.
Will
Not
might know
stairs,
this
go
pain,
ladders,
but like
just so you know.
we're all in a chat, including the two who aren't here, including Dale and Justin. So I don't know if you're involved in many chats, and I have a full-time job, so I'll be working and I'll look at my phone, and there'll be 78
800.
messages
Yeah.
in an hour that you haven't read, and I'm like, I can't even get involved. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Like, I'm so behind in this conversation. I don't know what this chat is about.
Barry calls me at work.
Yeah.
Barry puts an earbud in and calls me, and he's fucking taking wheels off cars and shit. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm working. I can hear you. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
I was
can
sure,
we
like
go
I
back
was
to the
sure
rodents
that
for a second, real quick.
Rodents?
Yeah, what do you I saved these pictures from a while ago just because I thought maybe we would bring it up, but now we were just talking about them. This is what I do for my watering system. I don't know what you guys do, or if you have.
I need that.
So so the bottom line coming in is the water coming in, and then each one of those shutoffs goes to a 5
to a tub?
bucket.
Okay.
Yeah. So each tub they're cleared. So some people they bring a hose and they carry it, go up a ladder, and fill each bucket individually. But I do it like this.
I just have a hose. I have like 27-gallon big clear totes up on top of the rack. And I have a ball valve on the end of the hose with like a 6-foot extension. And I cut at the top, I just cut a hole into each bucket so I can just feed the hose into it and then turn it on and go about what I'm doing. And then when it's full, just shut it off and go to the next one. Keep doing it.
The coolest one that I've seen, Jeremy, was Leveled Up Exotics in South Carolina. Now his hose that he feeds in is thinner. It's not that big. But I forget who he said. He said he saw it somewhere. It's not exactly that, but the same technology of how your toilet bowl fills up.
Oh yeah,
a float valve.
Too, yeah.
A float valve.
So he basically keeps a float valve in there. Once it's a certain level, it auto just fills up.
Yep.
And he doesn't do anything. He just leaves the water running. That's it.
The only problem with that system or the system that Dale uses, which it works for Dale because he's home and he has, I can't remember what it's called, where it has that.
If you spring a leak, you're in trouble.
Yeah, if you get a leak, at least with mine, it'll just drain the 5-gallon bucket, and then once that's gone, it's gone. And I work at, I'm at home all the time, so if you're home all the time and you're able to keep an eye on stuff like that, that's one thing. But or vacations or whatever, you kind of screwed too on that. But
I find it's easier for me to drive an hour and pick up my rodents. That's been working for me.
Doesn't work for me.
It's an hour to Steve's.
Believe it or not, Steve is the same distance. It's the same distance from. I'm the same distance from Orlando that I am from Steve. Same drive. Now Steve is much longer, but there's no traffic.
Oh, that's right. You're in Lakeland, right?
Yeah, right in the middle of Florida.
Out for like a half hour, and we chit chat.
That's why I couldn't cut. Yeah. So if you ever want a rat guy, if you guys want to perfect, if you're a busy, business individual and your time matters. Try not to get one of your best friends to be your rat guy because you're never just going to pick up rats and leave. You're going to pick up your rats and hang out for like an hour, shooting the shit about snakes, looking at his foldbacks. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, you went to go pick up rats? Why did it take you 4 hours?
Oh, yeah, dude. I pick up, Bob and I get mice on Wednesdays. Mice come in, and I go and pick them up. And half the time I'm like, today I'm just going to pick up mice, and I'm going to go home. And then it's like 3 p.m., I got there at 11, and I'm like, what the fuck? I have to still feed all these off. Yeah.
Well, we do have a safety valve. Me and Steve have a safety valve, and her name is Laura, because when I'm there too long, she kind of like, well, Steve, we got to go. Let's go. She kind of politely kicks me out. Like, let's go. We got stuff we got to do. I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later. But if she wasn't there, I'd probably be there all afternoon and mess up my whole day.
Yeah. I kind of work while you're here. Sometimes.
Oh, Dale's here.
You work? You pay them while you're there? Whoa, somebody's popping in.
We can't see you, Dale, but
Dale?
we can hear you.
Jeremy, there was something I wanted to discuss. Can you bring up that picture of the Kiki?
Hang on.
I knew someone was going to say that. I knew I was going to say it if you didn't. Yeah.
You can't even see Dale, and you're killing him with the Kiki shit already.
Yeah, I feel a bit. I'm in the dark. I'm still driving. If you can hear me.
Oh, okay.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
We can
We
hear
don't
you.
have to see you.
All right. Well, it's
That's
dark.
not it. Hang
I
on.
finally got on a road where I could actually know where I was going. There was so many wrecks on 95 that it had me all the way in the woods the entire time. Like,
There it is.
PS was just constantly turn. So
Nice.
Now I
I
think
love
Dale,
Dale's gonna be
right?
able to see.
So Dale was setting up for Repticon Jacksonville, and I think it's the first one in the new facility, right, Dale?
yeah, it's literally right down. I swear, it's probably like 15 minutes from Georgia.
Hey, yeah, buddy.
Border of Georgia.
Keep coming. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah,
Billy Rice's
it's still
backyard.
technically considered the fairgrounds, but the football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, bought the land that facility was on, so it's torn down. So they've relocated the Jacksonville Fairgrounds.
Is it nice at least? Dale?
We saw him a little bit.
It's breaking up really bad. I might have to wait till I get home.
He looked like Zordon. You saw him; his face came through the glass a little bit.
Little ghostly flashes of Dale. That's all.
I'm in the wood. I'm in the complete sticks. So the signal's going to go in and out probably.
Oh, you're home
That's
already?
I
fine.
at least know where I am now.
No, he's driving. He
might be around the corner from me.
Oh, he said he was in the complete sticks. I've been to his house.
Yeah, he's further
house.
on than that. Where are you at? Like Palm Coast, like
Yeah.
back in the woods there?
Did they just switch that? that facility?
Yeah, this is
Well,
the
they
first
switched
time.
because the old one was being torn down.
Yeah, but did they just do that like in the last week or so, or has it always been to the other place? Like
Oh,
they
full
knew it was gonna be
disclosure,
there.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
They weren't even sure that the building was going to be ready in time. There was some question for a few weeks on whether or not the venue, like this show would pop off.
20 minutes.
Okay. Dale will be there in 20 minutes. Get on the computer.
He'll be home. Okay.
You doing a lot of tri-stripe stuff this year, Will?
Tri-stripe? Yeah, I'm doing some. Not a ton, but yeah, probably like, I don't know, probably like 7-ish clutches.
I feel like I'm burned on that project because I only had two visual females, and neither
You're
of them
putting the
laid
burn
their
gene
eggs
into that
ever.
project? Is that what you said?
Dude, I've heard people say that they can't get them to lay. I've not had any issues at all with them. Like, I've got a fire tri-stripe there she's going to ovulate in like the next week or two. I've had probably 10 to, probably at least 10, maybe as high as 15 clutches from visual tri-stripe girls.
Visuals.
No issue.
Okay.
Yep, from visual girls. And I've not had,
do you know if it's TSK or any of that bullshit?
No, I honestly, they all are compatible. So I haven't been like a keep track of
You think
lines.
you'd be like caramel albino? Because I've heard some people say that their caramel albinos breed fine, and I've heard some say that they suck. But like Dave Palumbo's notorious for saying like his breed.
Man, caramels are. I don't know about that.
Your tri-stripe and Steve's tri-stripe would shed test the same or not? Like, I wonder if they are.
If we had
lines.
Maybe, but I've not had. I've not had
there's a
any.
test, but maybe you could see that they're different markers. Maybe you could prove that, but I don't know. Do we have?
I've not had any. No, not yet. Not that I know of.
He's supposed to be working on.
I haven't even seen the girls. How long have you had that girl, Barry?
It's like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
I got her up to about 17 millimeters one year,
the third or
and that was pretty much it.
Really?
Go for me. Yeah, and then I gave one to Barry to use, see if he can get it to breed, and then there's another one in Georgia with friends of mine, and they can't get it to go either.
It sounds like a user error problem, boys.
Dude, it's a lot of users, a lot of error.
Maybe you should get your wife and daughter to pair them for you.
Wrong.
Yeah, you should pair them yourself, Steve. Yeah.
I did.
There you go.
I did.
You got to show some more love to them. You got to feed them yourself too. You got to feed them.
I'm going to send him to Will's house, and Will's going to breed them and see if we get eggs. Maybe. It's
I mean, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I obviously I'm not doing anything different than any of you guys. I feed them, I clean them, I water them, and I pair them, and I treat them like everything else.
Yeah.
And they go for me, and it's not like they're like, I don't need them at like 5 years old to go. Like my fire tri-stripe laid a clutch last year, and she's a fire tri-stripe het clown that I made, and she laid a clutch last year, and she's due to lay a clutch this year as well.
Nice.
So back-to-back seasons, like I've not had any problems with them at all.
Do you think we should see more tri-stripes for as long as it's been out?
I would think. I just don't think
there's a whole lot out there.
I don't think there is either. And I think it's a lot of I think it's like some other stuff. It's like, okay, so for example, I could say the same thing about paint 4 years ago. It's been around for 15 years, but where the hell has it been?
Exactly.
It's just
two breeders.
Right, exactly, right? And I think tri-stripe's in that similar boat.
Yeah.
But I'm not the only one that has said they didn't get eggs.
I know,
So
and I've heard that from.
I wonder if there's two lines and one breeds and one doesn't. One just needs to be eradicated.
I got lucky then. I don't know. But the thing is, like, I bought tri-stripes. The thing is, but I've bought them from like all over the place. I bought some from Europe. I bought some from my buddy Phil. I bought some from the States. And as I accumulated tri-stripes, they all went for it. Oh, I got an echo.
It's me. Hold on.
So we do have a question in the chat that we didn't answer. So I'll let Steve finish this point. Right, let's get to that one.
I never had a het that would not breed. They always bred for me. It was just my
hets are fun. Yeah. And I've heard that exact same thing from like other people too. And I've had guys ask me, "What are you doing with your tri-stripes?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just breeding them. I don't
Breeding
like,
them.
I'm not putting it down, doing anything, not getting special mice or anything like that. They're just,
I don't think we're ever going to know the answer to that question though, because even if they shed test the same, that's not going to prove anything either way. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a definitive answer on why it's not.
Mhm.
Right. Why some people struggle with them and other people don't.
Unless it does show up as a separate line. Like it's an obvious visual and you send it in and you sent yours in and other people send it and they have the shed test and then I send mine in and it comes up as a normal. That might prove kind of like how there's so many lines of black pastel or so many lines of yellow belly, 2 lines
and you can have right, and you can have like who that dude with these genetics and this things, like who the hell knows if 2 lines of tri-stripe are not compatible, but they're actually allelic, right? They're not they're like that could be a thing, but if it expresses like a tri-stripe, we would never know until it would take us decades to figure that shit out. Be like, oh no, like these ones do and these ones don't, but they test the same, and
there's 2
who the hell knows
that do identical stuff together.
Yep,
you know that, right?
Oh yeah,
2 lines of ultramel. There's 2 lines of sunset, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently, apparently, there's again. I haven't watched all the videos and kept up with all the stuff. I just hear it through the grapevine, right? But from what I understand, another line of sunset has popped up and is testing differently. Maybe don't quote me on that. I just heard there's 2 lines of sunset. Yeah.
Am I wrong that I thought that all sunset stuff originated from Barchek though? No, am I?
That's
wrong?
What I thought too.
That's what we thought. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Unless it would make sense if they're like if somebody else got it in another country or whatever, but
it would be so easy.
Same person that'd be kind of
well, it'd be so. Who knows?
I thought Amir had them at one point, but he might have got them from Barchek. I don't know.
Who knows how it popped up? Like, let's say, for example, in my collection, I put two animals together and made a sunset. I would be like, oh, they're het sunset. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, I have a new gene, I have a new line. I would just be like, oh, they're obviously het sunsets, right?
Yeah.
So, like, did that happen? Did something where like somebody, these proved out to be het sunset, and it's actually a different line, but they just kept calling it sunset because it was clearly a sunset,
Yeah.
It's
kind of what happened with Ultramel, I would assume.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Did Justin Weinrich pop out sunsets out of something that he didn't even
know rainbows.
Or was that something
else?
Rainbows.
No,
rainbows.
He did make rainbows too. But no, he did make sunsets this year on a clutch that he didn't think he was gonna. It wasn't supposed to be het, to his knowledge.
3 lines of sunset now.
But I think he doesn't separate them. For him,
he has a shit ton of sunset in his collection, so it just he probably read something, or it was it's like percent down the road, didn't even pay attention to it.
It's like me popping out Puzzle or Desert Ghost. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But if I popped it, I don't know, Monsoon, that would be like, oh, what the hell? How did that get there?
Yeah,
that would be a different one.
It's easy. You bred your special. That's how it got there.
I guess so. Yeah.
You got from the bells and made caramels or hypos.
Yeah.
So
right, I did have some caramel.
If you want to bring it up for a little bit, we have a question about 20 minutes ago. It says, "What do you guys think about ball python hybrids? Are any of you guys trying to do any of that?"
I think they look cool, but I'm not doing
it. I'm not doing them because I don't have anything to do them. I like the Angolian crosses. I like
the
Angries.
The Angries.
I'll probably play
I'm
with
a fan of them. I like the look.
Full disclosure, I just purchased an adult female for the only purpose of putting her into ball python.
Damn, you guys are monsters.
Kenny made some, didn't he? Didn't Kenny make some angry balls?
Yeah, Kenny's made a few.
As a guy who has domestic dogs, I would love to hear people's arguments against it, because like we already did it like 7,000 years ago. So what the hell is the problem with ball python?
Because they weren't different species.
Problem with them?
Yeah, they were.
I don't necessarily have a problem with them.
Well, what'd you start with? Foxes and wolves and
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the dogs don't domesticate. Most people think from the gray wolf. The dog's common ancestor with the gray wolf is long extinct. They don't come from there.
Yeah, but these were cavemen that did this shit. We're sophisticated gentlemen.
And yeah, but we don't live in the wild. They're not like survival of the fittest. There's no Darwinism experience here. Like they're never going to be released, or they'll probably.
I'm not like a hybrid hater by any stretch. I just don't want to keep more shit to try and make.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
They're cool to look
at. Full disclosure.
If you guys make them, I'll be like, hell yeah.
I think a ball python with that like beaded scale feel would just be really cool.
Yeah, the burn balls look cool too.
Oh, yeah.
They're really neat.
That eats all the time too.
Yeah.
Now, Barry, don't you have Angolans, right, Barry?
I do, but so I will probably play with it a little bit with the right codoms. I don't even know about recessive because I don't even know.
He's gonna put puzzle hypo.
I don't want to do 75% and all that bullshit.
Nah, dude. Calico spider to an Angolan. Watch.
That would probably be cool.
It'd probably be so sick, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
That look,
it'd be badass.
Rail all over the body. Oh man.
So most Angolan crosses are what? Like most people hybridize with like pastel or something.
Banana. I've seen
basic.
Bananas.
Like what about like a yellow belly hurricane black pastel Angolan or something? That would probably be amazing.
Calm down there, Steve.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
What has been done so far though? Normals?
I don't. No,
Lowers,
I don't
like
know.
I've seen bananas. I've seen cinnamon. I think was one of the ones.
Angolan.
And like the genes aren't gonna necessarily act the way we think they will.
Probably not.
Like a pinstripe, a straight pinstripe might be wild looking as an Angolan, right?
I think the other part is the color palette. The color
Or
palette.
great, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Makes sense.
Like
I mean, that might be the future, honestly.
Python to introduce, if we can find, I don't care what it is, I don't care where it comes from, whatever. But if I can find a python that introduces reds and greens, I'd do it.
I mean, it might be the future. Like, if people want a pet snake, who am I to say that you shouldn't have an Angolan ball python? I mean, Jesus Christ, they have teacup chihuahuas. Like,
yeah.
Hey,
I mean, come on,
since you said that, you guys remember Dave Kaufman did that African video or whatever? Didn't he say that one of the snakes he got was either a blue snake, ball python, or a green one?
He said it was green. He said it was green.
Did he ever say anything?
And so he sold a bunch of imports. He had several imports that he put on Morph Market, but he said I'm keeping the green one, and then he never mentioned it again. So the assumption would be that it didn't stay green.
Either that.
Oh,
or it
my assumption is it's in the compost pile. Yeah, that's my assumption.
But whatever it is, it didn't work out.
I don't see there being green tones in a ball python.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys see the redhead cypress combo?
Yeah, it's cool.
From who? From who?
Who made that?
Chris Towers.
I just saw it the other day. Yeah, Chris.
It reminds me of like an Inchy Lesser, except without shitty genes. Like
without what?
Like without.
Whoa! Inchy Lesser. These are foundational genes you're shitting on there.
Clown Hater 79.
I love Lesser.
Yeah.
So,
I prefer butter.
funny.
I like butter.
I have one butter left.
So I got a cypress.
I don't even have Lesser. I only keep Lesser Platinum in my collection. That's the only thing I have. Lesser Platinum.
Redhead cypress. It was very neat.
Okay, so I'm doing a redhead.
It's cool.
Yellow belly fire. Heck clown to
the last one that I own.
To a cypress DG clown.
It's a butter.
Yeah, but is your redhead really redhead?
Yes.
Oh shit!
That one is. Yeah.
I think what he's asking is the carpet match the drapes.
It's an inside joke there.
No.
This is the one that's that clown, right?
I've got a super hurricane Wookiee butter clown. It's insane. Like it's one of my favorite snakes. It's super good.
We missed the ball on hurricane because we should not be calling it super hurricane. It should just be called Cat 5.
Cat 5? Yeah.
Cat 5.
Yeah. Cat 5, yeah. A little insensitive to the Florida guys. You guys get a little triggered by that.
What you mean? If it's insensitive to anyone, it'd be insensitive to New Orleans folks. New Orleans got the Cat 5. Where?
Yeah, call it New Orleans.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
where
know.
hurricane
It's
got
the
a
storm
state.
surges.
Well, when hurricanes come through Florida, we just stock up on beer. We don't freak out.
That's it. We make sure we have enough floaties for our lawn chairs, coolers with beer, and we're good.
Man, I'll park my truck at the border of Georgia and Florida. You come pick me up, and I'll come down for it.
We'll come get you on our
Yeah,
airbus.
you guys get them too. I think one came right up through Bob's area last year. One of those went through the Panhandle and right up through your area. So you might get
I'm staying in the basement. Yeah,
There you go.
You'll be fine. You're not right on the coast. It's on the coast. That
Now,
you're
here's
we're
the question,
quite a ways in there.
because I don't know. I know puzzle. I know the major genes that are broadcasted, but like speaking, you know how we're talking about spider complex and yellow belly complex, but like certain genes that are under the radar, like they're still there, but I often wonder why they're not used. I think Steve still has some. I picked one up from him a couple years back, but Huffman, I think Huffman's really cool, but you just don't see it that much.
It's another black pastel complex, right?
Yeah, but his Huffman pies looked awesome, and Hypo looks cool.
The hypo ones did.
Same thing with Russo.
They were just copper color, just orange.
I like Russo better.
But
than
for just
Special,
being Huffman
honestly.
pie, they look
So do
really
I.
good.
So do I. I prefer Russo over Special, especially in some of the
brighter.
combos I've been
Really?
seeing. I've been like, oh damn, yeah, I do.
Do
Really?
you think Russo suffers from the fact that it's hard to ID and it's like single gene?
It's straight Russo, yeah, but a Russo clown, night and day, dude. Night and day.
Yeah.
You want? I'll show you. Hang on one sec.
I
I'll show
think
you.
Russo suffers because of the bright white, the almost pure white adult or super, where Special makes a super with pattern. But I think Russo looks better than Special.
But I think the single gene Russo, like if you're breeding them and you made them,
No, there's
hard
some
to
nice
tell that
ones.
you have a Russo.
There's some nice ones. Again,
Bro.
line breeding. There you go. So what do you got
Here's
there?
a-
Russo
That's an
clown?
adult
This is-
Russo
This
clown.
is a clown double het DGA Xanthic. Okay, so this is
Okay.
just a straight
It's a nice
clown.
clown. Nice clown.
That
Oh, wow.
is a Russo clown.
That's crazy.
So this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Side by side,
Yeah,
they're-
definitely
they're-
difference.
Lot
Super.
lighter.
Super distant.
Yeah, they're a big difference. And I think I'm just gonna play with it. This Russo clown's het DG. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You know where I
am
got
also
Russo
like
from?
Barry. I don't love
you, Barry.
clowns, but
Yeah.
I am chasing bamboo mahogany
Trying to
cypress combos.
remember when
Remember
I had
the
it. From the
NC
clown.
NC Russo clown head hypo that I got from you? That's how I got Russo in my collection. I still have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that male.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
have
from
that
that
made
Russo
a
from
double visual.
Gourmet Rodent, that group, Russo clown.
Yeah.
But
I made an NC Russo hypo clown. That just
Yeah, dude.
What are we looking at?
It's so bright.
I bet you it's really pretty, like really pretty.
yeah.
It's a male, and I'm breeding them,
That's
to a bunch of
special,
stuff this year. So I'm putting them in more hypo clown stuff. I made one last year with like spot nose and stuff. Hands down, one of the nicest
Another-
things I made last year.
A whole
You guys
complex
remember
of
Ryan
stuff.
Pate?
Oh yeah, he made a lot of cool Russo
He
stuff.
made that Russo spot nose
Ryan
clown
Pate.
shit.
He's
It was
still around.
amazing that he made.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him producing lately, but I'm sure he's still around.
Dude, there's a whole world of people that are like really like, oh, it's a bell complex. I don't want to touch it. And like I've had people make comments where like I make some crazy bell combo, or not like a bell, but like a crazy Mojave combo, and they're like, oh, that's gonna make crazy bells. And I'm like, yeah, if you breed it to another bell, you moron. Like what? Only if I do that, like. Right,
They
like
treat it
this,
like pastel. They treat it like they're treating pastel these days.
it's insanity because I have seen some of the nicest, like some of my favorite clown combos are bell complex clowns. Only one copy, obviously, but like you start to layer in the right stuff onto bell combos clown. Like Mojave is a
Mojave
great
is fantastic.
gene and clown, man. It looks
Unfortunately, though, lesser is avoided like the plague.
yeah, which dude, I'll show you that one too, man. This is so
I know,
nice.
They're nice. I know.
They are pretty. Everybody's afraid of bell complex. I don't know why.
Well, the thing
It
is
works well
I
with
would
that
say,
granite shit.
spend
looks
some
pretty.
time building
It's
out
not a
your
reason
breeding
to shit on
plans.
it though.
I don't know if you can.
Have some foresight. Yeah, look at that.
Here's the
That's
thing.
that's
Here's the
amazing.
thing.
Clown.
If it looks good, why would you?
It's a
shit on it?
clown.
Yep.
That's my take too.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly, why would you shit on that? Because it has it in the Bell Complex. It's a beautiful looking snake.
No, it is.
Yeah, I don't understand
You'll pick something ugly because it's more genetically powerful and say that's a beautiful snake. Oh, that's a great one to have. But that one that looks
But we do that constantly. Yeah.
But what is genetically powerful? Is genetically powerful just like the number associated with the gene or the visual representation of?
Yeah, and it depends where the breeder is on that journey. Genetically powerful to somebody in for 5 years compared to someone who's been in it for 20 years are two different snakes.
I actually find that the longer I'm in it, the more I'm after more simple stuff. Mm-hmm. The longer I've been doing this, now I'm like, I don't want the orange ring fire, spot nose, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know. You guys keep that shit. I don't want it. I'll make them. Identified. Well, that's the problem, right? I want simple stuff that I can see, that I agree with the ID, not just because, someone says this is what this is. I have to look at that and say like, yes, I agree with you. But there's two sides to a sale. So like this whole thing, like, like for example, like, okay, Jeremy, we can be like fully transparent. I sold you a lace yellow belly that ended up not being lace, right? And obviously we figured that all out and it was fine. But like at the time, both of us were like, yeah, that looks like a lace yellow belly, right? It wasn't like, I'm like, yeah, for sure this is. And you're like, I'm not sure. And I was like, no, 100%, 100%.
You're proving my point. You're proving my point.
That was one time, Barry. Fuck off.
You're proving my point.
Yeah. But like, there has to be like both, And so I actually find that I don't want the super, super gene stack combos. I'm actually more intrigued in like, dude, if somebody comes to me with like a crazy looking lesser clown that like looks really crazy, and I'm like, oh, if I put Wookiee black pastel into this combo, it's going to be really insane, then that's the kind of stuff I'm after, not necessarily just like how many hets can I slam into a snake, because at some point we're going to have all the recessive base covered and we're just like, it's just going to be triple to triple, quad to quad, and it's just going to be, that's not that far off. We're not that far away from that.
This is why line breeding needs to be done, and why you don't just buy the cheapest example.
I say, I don't know how we get there. I've thought about this, where like line breeding is so important for the genes, but it doesn't line up with the investment strategy of breeders.
Well, it doesn't move quick enough. That's the problem. Yeah. It doesn't happen quick enough. You have to like line breeding could take you a decade.
Yeah,
your product will be better than everyone else's though.
Sure, but if you say like I have the nicest enchies in the world,
you're willing to sit on them for a decade. You have to be willing to ride that out for so long.
Go ahead, make the nicest enchi in the world. I'll keep doing what I'm doing, then just buy a $40 enchi from you. And, that's the issue.
You have to have it mixed in with some shit that's closer to the top of the game, I guess.
There's the trick.
But then it's hard to isolate and keep line breeding it when you're chasing top of the game. Those two strategies don't seem to mix with each other.
No, hold on. Chasing and top of the game are different. Top of the game, you're not chasing anybody.
That's true.
Well, it's true. You're chasing to stay on the top of the pyramid. Somebody's always in competition.
Chasers are never at the top. Chasers are never at the top.
Yeah. When you're at the top, you're looking in the rear view, buddy. You're just like, they're behind me. Yeah. That's what I feel like Justin. Justin's coming around the track lapping everybody now. He's
been lapping.
Hey, what up?
Dale, you made it.
The floor is yours, buddy. What do you got to say for half an hour?
Man, I can't tell if he's sitting on that. Almost looks like he's sitting on that chair behind him, but
Can you tell us how you feel about the Kiki name? I want to know what your opinion is on that.
He loves it.
He's got a tattoo on his back that says "I love you."
And he's got no sound.
Dale, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Nope.
No,
I can't hear you.
No sound.
I can tell you're saying "I love it," but I can't tell that you're.
I hear you say Kiki is awesome, but I couldn't. You're muted. There you go. Now talk.
Go to bed.
No. Rejoin it and activate your mic. You gotta go to settings.
Oh my god.
Gotta get him back in.
Now Dale's fucked up.
He's like a 14-year-old. He's got to figure out how to get it back in.
All right, what were we talking about right before you popped in now?
I don't know.
Kiki's.
Kiki's.
No, that was
No,
when you popped in.
they're talking about line breeding.
We're talking about Justin
Breeding
laughing
and the
everybody.
difficulties
That's what we're talking
of
about.
trying to pursue that
Dale, say
as
something.
a breeding strategy. You're still on mute.
Can't hear. Can't still hear
Yeah.
you, or still can't.
What'd
hear
you do last time, Dale? Do what you did last time to make the
Yeah, do what you did
audio
last
work.
time. Maybe if you were holding a Kiki ball
It
python.
says
with
you're
your-
muted on your thing.
No, he's unmuting and muting himself because he thinks
Oh, okay.
hopefully the mic will work. But he has to go to settings and figure out where his settings are, and something is blocking his mic. from being
Use your
activated.
phone. Use your phone.
If there's nothing else, is there anything on your? Do you have YouTube? Do you have anything open or something that might be using your mic? You have to turn it off.
Or the volume on your thing.
So, Will, how do you like this professional podcast?
I think it's really good. I think it's really
just
good.
be called- It should just be
I actually
called
like
the
it.
Guys fucking
Can you
off.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I
you
do
go.
hear you.
now.
Yes, Dale.
Yeah, whatever you
Public
did. You
settings. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
We're
We
just here
can't
to
hear
shoot
you.
the
Say,
shit.
let me see if we can
Have
hear
fun
you.
with
Say,
it.
"I love Kiki," and let you know if we hear you.
I'm not saying that.
Kiki, do
Yeah,
you
we can't hear
love
you.
me?
I can't hear it.
I think
Make very
it's
fucking spit
I
up
get
this
why it was
drink.
named that, but I don't think it's a good name for a project. So
Yeah.
Better than Casper Ugly Moo Moo Pants.
Dale, what's the best Bell Complex gene?
honestly, probably Mojave.
I knew he was gonna
Hell
say
yeah.
Mojave.
Good
It
call.
is the
Good
best.
call.
It is the best.
Yeah.
Dale.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
I like
think
all
they're
of
all
them.
good
It
in
Really
their
seems
own
good.
like
sense.
it's.
Will, this is not
seems-
me. This is the chat. Will, you're from Canada, where they have
Correct.
Molson and Labatt's. Why are you drinking Ultra?
Because I don't have Molson or
'Cause
Labatt.
You gotta drink good stuff. This comes from Georgia.
What is it?
It's probably
Terrapin.
IPA.
gotta be
It's
an
an
IPA.
IPA.
Yeah.
I haven't like explored all the local breweries or anything. I just go to the grocery
So
store.
IPA is like a style. It's
This
like if
one-
you
this one's
peed
in
and then
Atlanta.
squeezed an orange in your piss
Yeah,
and
I
then
drank
drank
Miguel.
it. That's what an
Yeah.
IPA tastes like.
Yeah, it's not.
Yingling.
Those
Pierre
crap.
Bois.
Stella's good. Stella's a good one. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Molson and Labatt are both shit beers. Like if we're talking about like
So
if we're talking about like
Say that
good
now.
beers,
Not
like
wrong.
He's not in Canada. Bricks will not be thrown at his house. He can say that now.
yeah,
Steve, are you rolling a
even
joint?
honestly, even in Canada, I would most of the time like if I'm just having beers as Bud Lights,
When I go to Buffalo, we drink Labatt's Blue, and I'm like, you got anything
Labatt's,
else?
yeah.
I actually like
Right.
Rolling Rock the best when I'm up there.
Rolling Rock's
That's
good. Yeah,
They'll,
it's
they'll have
decent.
a keg. They'll have a keg of Rolling Rock, and they'll be drinking Busch Light and fucking Labatt's, and I'll be like, "Can I get that Rolling Rock that's over there?"
Yeah. chugging natty lights. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
if you're gonna do the good
Yeah.
stuff, let's go like PBR or something.
PBR is
love
good.
PBR.
I like PBR. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually like PBRs too.
You guys make way too much money to be saying that you like these things, by the way.
Dude,
I got
we
an
used to like
I got 2 4-packs of fucking PBR in my fridge right now. Hunter brought them for me.
Moosehead. Yeah, Moosehead's better than Molson. I agree.
Oh, look
I
who
haven't
it
even
is.
heard of that.
Hey,
Hey!
Oh, no
Hey,
way.
what's up,
Where is
dude?
he?
Now
Is
there's
he in the
7 of
tram?
us.
What's
To
that?
the tram.
are you in a roller coaster?
Where you at?
No, I'm in my hotel now.
Oh,
See that here.
What the hell kind
God
of Airbnb?
Crazy.
is
Damn,
that?
dude. Yeah, how much are
Why
you
look like you're
making,
in a
bro? What the
spaceship or
fuck?
something?
Yeah.
He's in a pod or
Must have been a
something.
good Tinley, Justin. Must have been a good Tinley.
Yeah,
Right?
no shit. Yo, I need to get some sunsets, boys. Holy.
Some pastel
Justin's doing
ones.
so good that Steve bought a sunset.
Yes, Steve did buy a sunset.
It's true.
I did.
That's
I
how
did.
good Justin's doing. So good. He inspired Steve.
I got a sunset
Who,
and
as
a
I quote,
Monster.
as I quote, sunset looks like a turd, and now he has it.
you got them in
Yes.
Tinley?
Yes.
I thought you already had a
He
sunset.
says it looks like a turd.
No, I had one.
Well,
And I was
that
getting ready
turd's
to
making
sell
his
it. I was
wallet
going to bring it
thick.
to Daytona last year. And the day I went to go package it, it prolapsed like 2 inches. So that was the end of that snake.
How big? How much? 2 inches?
It was big.
My
Like,
girlfriend told me that's 5 inches.
Whoa. Size matters.
yeah.
Things you can say to your snake that you can't say to your spouse. Go ahead, Miguel.
Go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah.
Justin,
Okay.
you know, Justin is I don't know if you know this. Actually, Will, you can tell if you look at Justin, but he's sunset. There's no way to make that beard without him.
It's head sunset. It's head sunset. He's got some white on it.
Makes it even worse.
Yeah, he's got that gene that's allelic with sunset, the albino.
Justin, you actually probably know more on this. Have you heard about there being 2 lines of sunset?
So I heard something about it, but I don't know any details.
Same.
Heard
Yeah.
I only heard a snippet of it, but I don't know any.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I don't know any details either.
They
I
were
heard the
also
same thing.
saying
If you
that
notice,
you made it accidental sunset.
Well, I think they mentioned that you had a pairing that produced sunsets that you were not expecting that at all. So
Oh yeah. I don't think it's a documentary.
Could you possibly even have 2 lines of sunset, but because of the quantity, you would just factor it all in as it's just all sunset.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is that when I made that animals, I made them from the male was a visual sunset, so the female just ended up being.
Okay. So
That's way more.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just me getting lucky, basically.
Did you produce the female?
I did not. No.
Okay.
But it was part of the collection I originally bought years ago. Yeah, Matt made it.
Okay.
I don't know any history of the animals. I got the animals.
You do it a lot, and this is something that's going to happen with probably now, but especially more in the future. Dale, you do these pairings where you can make triple and quad hets, but when you hit a male that hits no codoms, you pretty much sell as a normal, right?
I sell it as a normal or whatever codom it is.
So there are lots of people who probably have snakes that they didn't get sold as het, blah, blah, blah.
I have females on the table this weekend that are like clowns that are pos, het, hypo, G-stripe.
Yeah, but I mean, this will probably happen more and more. And hopefully people don't try to make new genes out of them. Hopefully that, they figure out that it's an existing gene. But this is going to happen more and more in the
No, they'll be naming new shit. It's coming.
But
You'll be
Miguel,
seeing
that
new
being
names for
said,
the same shit that's out there.
But I mean, you say that, but I think in this new world, that we're well into, it's not a new world, that shed testing exists. If you have a new gene, you owe it to the market to send in for the full panel. And see if it's
that just takes a while though, dude. Like Tornado, for example, like there's just not enough. I have a gene that I've been playing with called Chaos, and like I just haven't even made even remotely close to enough to like send in to like map it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that's
you don't even
so it takes I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. So let alone send it to somebody else. And
my personal opinion, and maybe some people would disagree, but we're not going to map out the granite genes. They're too far gone. I don't know how many there are, but if you followed Morph Market, there's 35. There's 35 granite genes that
here's the thing.
figured out.
Do you need to map it out or just map out one of them and then shed them all against it?
But how would you, so even to map
How
out
do you-
one, play out the process of mapping out one.
For a while.
But people have to know that they have that gene. He has to get that and be able to run the panel and prove that all of them are the same. Or else we're going to end up
honestly, the
at one
malice
point,
guy
A,
could do that
B, and C, and all this other stuff. That's what we'll head to.
I think it'd be Malice or Cosmos that you'd probably be able to do the quickest.
A shit ton of them, so
I mean, you could figure out one, but then you have to trust people to. It has to be. I'll say this from a marketing standpoint. It is advantageous to map out the most expensive of whatever whether it be granite or color or morph or whatever, because that will give people the incentive to send their sheds in, and then you have a chance of saying, okay, these are the same, these are different.
Okay, but so my perspective from a business standpoint, if I'm Jeremy, right, and I have Tornado, it's in my best interest not to send it in.
Exactly.
For a while, right? I want to make my hats. I want to make my hats and get my stuff established before I start. The people with het males are testing everything, and it just then it's rolling. Because if you give me a het Tornado and a test, bro, we can be crazy shit right away, right? Any one of you guys as well. If you gave Justin a het tornado male and a tornado test, bro,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the crazy shit would be
females. I mean, you know,
right. You just put like, you dedicate 8 good females to it, and boom, there you go.
Which I was getting to is, it is more advantageous right now to not set the sheds in, because you don't want to prove that you're not the new hotness. You don't want to prove that you're just an existing lower end. You know how?
I see what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like hurricane to blitz type thing.
I'll throw out like a random one. Let's say they mapped out. Let's just say black granite, right? Like let's just say black granite proves out to be a gene. He figured it out. He mapped it. You know how pissed you'd be if you thought you had Cosmos or you had Tornado,
Bambino,
and your shed test come back, man, you got black granite. You like what? Like now if you sold snakes, you now have to start calling people and letting them know, hey, by the way, you didn't get what you were supposed to get. Like it's not financially advantageous to really figure it out. That's the problem.
Yeah, but somebody can't be held responsible for that, though. If you sold somebody something of a gene that you started and you were working, and it comes out and it winds up being something else, how do you go back and say you knew that it was that? You didn't, you know. I mean, that's an
question, right? Because if you did it in good faith, if you did it in good faith, and it's clear that you did it in good faith, you really have to fix that. You know, if you're sure you have to fix it in some level. You got to talk about it. But when you're selling $20,000 snakes, how the hell do you fix that when you find out it's not that?
The big problem is generally for me has never been the actual purchase price. It's been the lost opportunity. Like if I buy if I send you a snake that I said is this new gene, and you breed it into all your top end females, and you get 8 clutches of really good females, and then it proves that it was just another confusion. It's like, you're not going to be like, I'm worried about the 20K. You're more like, oh, dude, I just wasted these girls, which is, that's a big problem.
I think that's your initial concern until you start getting phone calls.
Yeah. I mean, luckily I haven't had to deal with much of that.
Yeah. If I call you up and I say, hey, I spent $20K and it's a $400 snake. Will, how are you going to help me out? What are you going to do?
New number. Who this?
I'm pretty sure that's been done before.
No, we'd have to figure something out. I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
No, yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying those are the type of problem that make it where even if you suspect you have a new gene that could be similar to a low-end gene, you're not incentivized to send those sheds in. You have no reason to want to know.
Yeah. I guess... really, sheds
different. Really believe it's different.
Well, testing is really beneficial for recessive stuff, where you can start breeding hats out, and that's where it's okay. For I could see wanting and not wanting a tornado test.
I don't want a tornado test anytime soon, to be honest. Just because I have a male.
Exactly.
Every gene's a het, but if it's something, let's say it's a Mojave is a het, blue-eyed leucistic. But I don't need a test to tell me it's a Mojave, right? But a tornado hat, I would probably need a hat, or a clown hat, or whatever. That changes. I wouldn't want a tornado test in Jeremy's position, but in my position, I would want one. I'd be like, yeah, Jeremy, let me get a het male. And he's like, no fucking chance, with a test.
He brings up a really good point, because it depends where you are in the project. But there are some people who are like, this could hurt me, and there are some people who are like, well, I need to know before I
this could be great, right?
Yeah.
But right now, the what it's doing is keeping the value of a male tornado very high.
It does,
because you have to buy a visual. You have to buy a visual. The guys who are, I don't want to give away too much game here, but if you did buy a het tornado, just saying, if you did. And you did breed it, and you just kept everything, there will be a test eventually, right? Eventually.
If you have the space to say, I'm investing in this long term,
right? Which is what
odds, 50% you'll miss, 50% you'll make. You're in a good position. You're fine.
That is the exact scenario I did with Monsoon. I knew a test would come,
but you have to have space.
You can't be doing it at a one rack. you need like a
who
whole.
breeds all of his ball pythons in a hot tub. He can't do that.
No, exactly. For Barry, it's like, I'm sure you want to know what you buy is what you buy. Like you don't want kid, like you're probably past keeping POS hets at this point, unless it's hypo puzzle POS het, something else.
I bought a white lace because I don't want to play the lace game.
Right.
So I'm gonna start with a super, or what I would call the homozygous.
You can visually see.
I'm curious, Will. You said you did that with monsoon. You bred a het to make a bunch of het monsoons.
Well, not just a het. Very good. I bought two actually. I bought two quad het DGA Xanthic monsoon clown males, and was just like, I know that this is coming. I have a gang of DG clown stuff. Ran it in, and now. Like I just hatched a clutch of like 5 chocolate DG. They're chocolate DG, het hypo, POS het, Xanthic monsoon clown. But now I just call those clutches like Charlie specials, right? I just know they're all going to Charlie, and they're all, and it's a Charlie special clutch because it's like I know I'm shed testing everything in the clutch.
But you realize, but you do recognize that it's the fact that you can hold that, the fact that you can say no matter what I produce in this, it's staying. Not everyone has that. Or
at least the females are. And like the impactful females. If it's just a normal female, I don't care if it's just het for everything. But if it's a DG clown that's POS het, this, and this, I'll sit on that. No problem. Yeah. And then the monsoon test came out, and I started testing the ones, and I got some pretty pleasant surprises, So at the end of the day, it's het or not, right? It's homozygous, heterozygous, and a recessive works the exact same way as an incomplete dominant, and a super form, right? It's
now, Will. When did you start? I'm sorry, I don't know when you started, but
like 2008, 2009 range.
Yeah. So all of you have been in way longer than me. But do you think you'll miss at any level? Not just saying business level. The
proving shit out all the time.
Yeah, the proving.
Yeah,
like let's see the excitement of like.
I'm already missing it. I'm actually annoyed by shed testing, and I feel.
Don't get me wrong.
The fun away.
No, it's still fun. I still have lots of fun. I've been like very hard on shed testing. It is a very good thing for a lot of people. Like
not for everyone.
There's a lot of people though. Like back when I started, man, it was like. Let's be honest. There's no shortage of like sleaze bags in this industry. There's no shortage of that. And there was lots of times where it was like, this is a banana 66 het clown, and you charge another $2,500 for it. No, not Barry, bro. Barry's a G. No. But like, so it has eliminated a lot of the like that kind of. Price gouging for like 66 hats and POS hats and this and that.
Dude, there was a guy.
And I know.
There was a guy back in the day called Big Daddy.
I meant personal experience, Will. I meant the feeling you have inside of proving something out.
That was. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was always fun.
Is that you talking about? Was he in California, Barry?
I don't know where he was, but there was this guy called Big Daddy something back in the day, and he would take known POS het. Or known het pieds and normals, mix them up. Now they're all POS hets and sell them that way.
Oh, you told me about that.
Can you imagine?
I would take one and then put them in a basket with like 5 other
say there's
ones
10 het pieds and 50 normals.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's good marketing from a business standpoint, but what a douchebag.
They all sold.
So, I mean,
that's that like drug dealership, but like stepping on your product, like that's cutting the product. That's what it's cutting. Yeah.
It's like, how can I make ball pythons Vegas?
Yeah,
but that was done back in the day. That was the type of shit people would do. If they even put real het pieds in there with those.
That's like the grab bags. They put the grab bags. One's good and the rest are garbage.
What I think shed testing has done is like it has accelerated things. And like I understand you still have to hit odds and you still like I get that. But it has turned things into a bit more of like a race where it is more.
I actually think I think it's super aggressive. I think everything now is super fast. Where things would take 5 or 6 years. Think of 2 generations. I got to prove these out. Hopefully they prove out and I'll produce something. And now I have the females that in 2 or 3 years will prove out. So normal, where a 6-year project or 9-year project now automatically becomes 3 to 4 years.
Correct. I know that male is double het for this, and I know that female is double het, and normally I'd have like
2 to 3 generations of breeding.
I'd have test pairings, and if I didn't hit the odds, I was unsure and all, But now I'm
sitting on 10 extra females, and
just to put it into perspective, 8 years ago I would have never bought a quad het male. I'd be like, that's a waste of time.
Yeah,
it's just I'm never gonna do that. But now I'm like, dude, quad het male, that's a good male. I can put that to a lot of stuff and then just test it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna shed it out. I'm gonna test them, and I'll know what to keep and when know what to keep. And that's what I'm saying is where you've removed 2 to 3 times the time frame.
Well,
so
what we've done is
we've accelerated how fast the hobby will produce doubles, triples, quads,
we've just turned a recessive into an incomplete dominant behind a $30 paywall. That's all.
Paywall.
You buy
That's
quad,
it, right?
Quad head and breed into doubles and triples. I mean, you're making doubles.
You heading out later, dude?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it to dinner. I have to be in dinner in like 3 minutes, so.
Fair enough.
Cheers, bro. Justin.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
But if you have a quad het and you breed it to a double recessive, there's a chance you could hit a double recessive and then still hit the double heads on top of that.
Dude, I can give you an example of that exact scenario. I bred 3 clutches of quad het DG Axanthic clown pieds together. I got three clutches of that. I didn't hit any triples, but out of that clutch, I've got a DG clown het Axanthic, a DG pied het Axanthic, DG clown double head, Axanthic pied double head, DG Axanthic double head, clown pied double head. But had I have not had shed testing, I'd have been like, dude, what a mess. I don't know what any of this shit is. I know it's a DG clown, but I don't know, and now I'm trying to figure out or got rid of all of it. One of it's either one. I would have
$25 like table. You would have got rid of it.
It's a DG clown's 66% het Axanthic pied. Well, but now I know that it is. That's probably shaved 6 or 7 years off of like trying to figure out what's what and prove it out. But
that makes sense though. I mean, you have some people,
but like at the same time, I'm cool with it too, because I want to make that as soon as possible. We all do. I don't want to wait 10 years to make that, but having that 10-year wait did add value. When you did have it, you had it. And it was like, okay, this is an expensive animal. But now it's like
less time, less money.
It will all balance out because there was a point a few years ago where there was like an Orange Dream Yellow Belly hypo puzzle on Morph Market for like $8,000. But there was an Orange Dream Yellow Belly hypo het puzzle for like $850. And I just tried to play like Moneyball. And it's like, okay, the hypo puzzle, they both have OD Yellow Belly, so that's a wash. And the hypo puzzle is two copies of puzzle, 2 copies of hypo, right? So there's 4 genes that make that. But the hypo ODYB hypo het puzzle is the same animal missing 1 copy of het puzzle, but it is 10% the price. So I could buy that animal and get 75% the result for 10% the price.
Especially if you got
that's a huge difference in price too, man. That's crazy.
That's what it was. Like
for just
a DG,
one copy.
A DG Axanthic clown versus a DG clown het Axanthic. You're 1 het away from the visual, but you're producing
even minus the testing. It comes down to what you got in your collection. So if you got a bunch of puzzles, if you got the hypo on the one side and it's het puzzle, then it's like a no-brainer. You just throw it out there, and then everything's at least double het at the worst, and your odds are still like in your favor. So,
but even if I didn't have puzzles and I was trying to start a puzzle project, I'm getting you're getting exactly 50% of the double hets that you would get, but you're paying 10% the price. So you're getting immense value there. And I don't know if enough people were like keyed in on that at the time. I think they are now. I think they definitely are now. But at the time, dude, I was like when shed testing was like kind of coming around, and like I'm hearing like, oh, we're working on a DG test and a clown test. I was like, hold on a second. I just started breeding like hets to this and hets to that, and like I knew, okay, keep all the girls in this clutch, and then once
gonna be
test,
something you could do.
yeah, and I could just test it all out and be like, oh, she's het DG. And so I started that process pretty early. I still have shit odds, so it didn't really matter. But yeah,
luck is still luck.
That's how
man.
I made my triple het females that are sunset clown genetic stripe, is because I had a male that was just a double het, put it to a genetic stripe, and was able to shed test and keep a few of those females back. Other words,
yeah, it's not that shed testing is a bad thing. I've been hard on it, and that's not fair, because it is very good. The people who really, really win are like people that want to go to a show and pick up a wicked pet snake, because we're just pushing the high end stuff down so much faster that, like, okay, how long until your average pet buyer can buy a DG Axanthic clown? Just an honest question. I'm not saying it's next year, it's follow, but if you said within 4 or 5 years,
Yeah, within
that's
4
probably.
years.
But I think that's probably.
I'd say that.
Okay, it may not take that long. It may take 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But 5 years from now, some like 12-year-old kid could have a DG Axanthic clown in a tank. I had a normal that had mites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the difference has gotten so crazy, and so that I think it may actually
Will's
bring
first snake as a normal with mites.
yeah, bro, it's true. Like, and
It's a banana with moving freckles.
yeah, and I think that may end up bringing people into the hobby, or into the business in a more like at a faster clip, just because that kid can be, any one of us that's like, oh my God, look at this snake, this is crazy. And then that whole like, because once you dive into the world of ball pythons and the genetics and the breeding and combining this and making something new, it's so addicting. Like we all,
Go down that rabbit hole.
every single year, I'm like, oh, dude, wait till next year, right? And next year, I'll say, oh man, next year is going to be better. It never ends. So, but it speeds things up.
With that being said, when I was driving earlier, y'all were talking about the hybrid stuff.
Yeah.
Moving into more of a pet market,
It might be cool.
Yeah.
Might not be like the
It's unique.
black sheep anymore.
I've always wanted to do.
That guy is really
hobby's
pushing that
going.
stuff.
So I've wanted to do that with tree monitors forever. Like I have all the colors of tree monitors, and I've wanted to be like, dude, blue and yellow and green and blacks, and then breed green, black, but dude, they will not be like, they're not cool with it, but
they're not there yet.
But sometimes it takes a ball python guy to just kickstart it,
They're still like the Australia people and the green trees. And all that.
I mean, the green tree guys are all doing it. They're crossing localities and breed. Yeah, I mean, it's all the same stuff, really.
It's a designer. Well, it's still.
What does that mean? It means it's a mutt, is what it means. Yeah.
That's what my angry goals are going to be. They're going to be designer.
Right. Yeah. It's just
it's all pythons.
Right. Yeah.
Do that with pectinatas. Like I don't have banana pectinatas, but I have pied pectinatas, and I thought, oh, maybe I should just
at least that's
a pectinata and put them together and see what happens. But then I heard
but at least that's are they different species, or it's the same pectinata species? It's a morph.
They're the same species, maybe different.
Okay, so that's like ball python thing, right? But what I'm talking about is like, I don't know. To me,
but it just doesn't look like what you think. It looks.
The tree monitors are all different species, but like, are they? I don't know. They're just different colors.
Are they subspecies or species?
I would think.
So I struggle with the domestication thing, and people confuse like, oh, why are you mixing them? Like, we're never going to put them in the wild. So
I know exactly. That's the other thing.
What's the concern?
What's the concern? Albino going to get picked off?
What's your concern?
Look, I have respect for the guys who want to keep like locality stuff like that. If that's your, if that's your thing, dude, I have no beef with that at all. That's cool.
I think that should definitely be something that needs to be done.
Yeah,
but if I want to make mutts, hey man, leave me alone. I'm just making mutts, you know.
Making pretty stuff.
Like I said, we're not reintroducing these into the wild. So,
like I said earlier, how many people are breeding wolves?
Breeding wolves?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think they'll breed with my pythons, Dale.
It sounds like a good market, though.
Just saying, when you go back to the dog thing,
yeah,
like, wolves and foxes and.
No, but I would say we're at the point now where most of us have ball pythons that are minimum 10 generations away from the wild.
Dude, we bred dogs. We bred dogs down into pugs. Okay, like we're like I'm gonna breed for that. Yeah. It's like the one that thing can't swim. You know, that thing can't even breathe without my intervention, and we're gonna breed for that. Like that's
this dog.
You know,
but it's French bulldog. It's purebred. French bulldog.
Frenchies,
If you remove humans from the earth, they are one generation away from extinction.
Exactly. Of course. Yeah, they're one puddle away from extinction.
They can't
dude. Love them, and the most popular breed in the AKC. You're worried about angry balls? Get the hell out of my face.
That's what
right. You know? Yeah. Teacup Chihuahua. It's like, dude, a bird of prey is a problem for your dog. It's like, okay.
I do agree with Ecto. If we have any problems, Will should fall on the sword. Nobody else, just Will.
Done. Done. I don't even want to do the hybrids, but I'll take the flack for it. I take the flack for all sorts of shit, dude. So I'm
for Will,
whatever.
But you can appreciate them, though.
Have you been in an establishment? Have you walked somewhere, or have you just been hanging out in Georgia, listening to people talking, going, "What the fuck did that guy just say?"
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh yeah.
And they do it to me too. I went to the importer exporter, like the broker that handles the CITES stuff, and I said about, and she was like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Canada." She's like, "Oh, that's so. Don't worry about it, sweetheart." I'm like, "Oh shit." Okay.
Where are you from?
Right? Yeah, dude. There's sometimes they're like a waiter.
Y'all from
will be
Canada?
Like,
y'all from
taking our order, and I'm like. I have to I feel like I'm in Japan, man. I'm like pointing at the menu. This one, you know, yeah.
Some grits.
Some of dude. Bob's been telling me like, oh, that means this and that means that. Just like all the little, some of those.
Will, do
accents are pretty thick.
If you're going
have you run across the
places,
Piggly Wiggly grocery store yet?
Yeah, Ecto.
Piggly Wiggly?
Piggly.
No, that's the Carolinas. That's the Carolinas.
No, they used to be in Georgia.
I don't think they are anymore.
Haven't seen one.
They used to be here in Florida. I don't see them anymore though.
Georgia got
no.
We got a Publix.
Yeah, the Carolinas still have Piggly Wiggly and Food Line. You guys remember Food Line? Carolina still have both, but they're not in Florida.
Costco and Publix. That's where I go.
That's where you go.
Really?
There's a Jewel T up north in Philly and Jersey. I remember it was like all.
I also for a while there, like I couldn't go anywhere without my phone because if I got in my truck and I didn't have my phone, I was like lost. Yeah, yeah.
I
had my phone died. And
you got to turn on Peachtree to go to Peachtree to get on the other Peachtree.
Dude, that's a real thing. Yeah, that's Peachtree. Take a left on Peachtree Avenue and then merge onto Peachtree Drive and then take a right onto Peachtree Street. And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? Yeah.
They're there in Georgia.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to stop at a Best Buy to charge my phone because it died while I was like out. And I was like, I'm
what? What were you? You were what?
I was out. Ouch!
Oh, okay.
That's what you guys say. You guys, I was out.
I put the GPS on my phone all the time. No matter where I'm going,
I
put GPS on. I want to see where the accidents are.
Yeah. But you know who sounds Wisconsin? I think sounds more asphalt and yellow belly.
What is it? Oh, you don't say asphalt?
No, I don't understand that one because it's like the phonetics. A PH makes an F sound, so to me it's asphalt. But I have heard guys say asphalt, and I'm like, dude, it's not. Anyway,
what province or what's they don't call them states, right? They're provinces, right? In Canada?
Provinces, yeah, provinces.
What province did you move from?
That was Ontario.
Okay.
Just outside of Toronto.
Okay. You know what baffled me? I figured out when we went to Tinley. This is a weird fact, random, had nothing to do with snakes. I was on the plane, and you can view the map. I didn't realize that the city of Toronto is entirely beneath the whole state of Minnesota. I had just automatically assumed that all of Canada was above all of the United States, with the exception of Maine. I knew Maine went up.
No, the western states go.
Toronto is
very far
below
north.
the entire state of Minnesota. Minnesota is entirely above Toronto. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
And actually, did you know that Atlanta is the halfway point from Miami and Detroit?
Really?
I didn't know that. And I was like, Detroit is like, I mean, you're in Canada, essentially, Windsor. And that I-75, Atlanta is halfway. It's like 11 hours and 11 hours either way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Florida takes forever to drive through.
Florida's long.
Yeah.
The panhandle is horrible.
Like I said, I was
Miami to the Georgia state line, I think, was like 7.5 hours.
Georgia today.
Like
in Jacksonville, like probably right down the road from the border of Georgia, depending on where.
We used to go to Arlington. We would spend more time in Florida than any other state.
Yeah.
Because you go through the entire
we're
all the way up the coast,
We're in Central Florida, Will. Would you think it would take 8 hours for us to drive to Key West?
Yeah, I believe that.
I mean, that's how long it takes. It's ridiculous.
And also,
4 hours of Miami.
Hours to get to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's 6 hours, 6.5.
Sorry,
Atlanta.
6 hours. Yeah, well, I was thinking because I usually go up to North Georgia. We have my grandparents have a cabin up in Blairsville, so mountains, almost South Carolina, North South Carolina. That's 8. So
I've had guys from the States, like when I was in Canada, they would call me and be like, "Hey, man, I'm going to be in Canada. Do you think I could come by and see your collection?" I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure, but where are you? And they're like, "Oh, I'm flying into Calgary. You think I could come by?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're closer to me in Texas than you are in Calgary right now. You know that, right? Like that's you're a shorter flight or shorter drive to Austin or to Houston.
Yeah, I heard
than it is to Calgary because Canada's fucking huge, man."
I heard even though Canada's huge, and I know it's as wide as the U.S. and some parts wider, but I think the total population of Canada, it's like 40 million, but 90% of it lives in a very small landmass
within like 60 miles of the border.
And the rest of it is just barren tundra.
Polar bears, bro. Polar bears. That's what you got. Yeah.
Polar bears. And
you guys were saying like, oh, he lives in the sticks. Like, I don't think you guys know what the sticks actually, because like, dude, 4 hours from me anywhere, it's like, oh, that's Nashville. Oh, that's Charlotte. Oh, that's Florida. Like that doesn't feel like the sticks to me. If you go 4 hours north of my house in Canada, you're like, you might not see a person like at all.
No cell service. When we say
God, no.
Steve lives in a place where he has to pay like extra for Wi-Fi, and that he's had like Amazon drivers pull into his drive. Have you ever been to Steve's house?
No.
The Amazon driver stops at the end of his drive, or the beginning of his driveway, technically, and it's like, oh, I'll just deliver this to the house. His driveway is like a mile long. There's nothing there. You're like, when you drive to Steve's house, you're like, if you get like, I need gas, and you're like 30 miles away from Steve's house, you should probably stop and get gas.
It ain't that bad.
He needs to have a sign before entering his driveway where it says "Check gas, long driveway."
Right.
Just like they do for the Skyway Bridge.
Well, it's only like 26 feet.
He's got like 11.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
Did you watch Ace Ventura 2?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
When they're driving through the African safari and like the guy's like, Steve's driveway. You're driving down the driveway.
Yeah.
If you have like Toyota Celica, you're not going to make it. If it's raining, you're not going to make it.
Steve and Barry have a little arrangement. Steve fucks up their car, Barry fixes it, and then breaks them off to Steve.
That's it.
Yeah.
Except they don't have Chevrolets, so I'm like, oh, sorry, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like back home, we would get on. You could get on a.
Like, I have no idea. I don't know how to fix that shit.
We could get on a snowmobile in the winter and go for literally ever. Like it doesn't just keep going until you. Right.
In Florida, we get on a snowmobile. We're confused why we bought it.
Water ski.
It's a jet ski for snow. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but even we run into Cuba or something, you just keep going. There's nothing.
Dude, yeah. We go to Russia, dude. Like, just keep going. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. No, it's I mean, shit. It's pretty though. Very pretty.
Now, Will, can I ask what provoked the move?
Dude, I mean, it's like every single snake that I would sell would be a CITES export. And so that gets old pretty.
This is your main, like, or your only income?
Yeah, I'm full time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would you say your cost for the CITES and import fees and all that shit per year were when you were in Canada?
Oh, per year?
Yeah, on average, ballpark.
Probably 25 grand.
Oh wow,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
To sell something.
20.
I thought you were gonna say like 8 to 10 grand.
No, we'd probably do. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the year. If we had a lot of shipments, that's also including like stuff going overseas to Japan and Korea and Europe and all that stuff.
Everywhere outside
because
of Canada.
Yeah, which was everywhere. Like when I had to get the visa, we had to like provide like our financial statements and everything for the previous 5 years. And there was a point where there was 1 year where Canada accounted for like 2.5% of our sales, which was like if I dropped Canada entirely, it wouldn't matter, you know?
Exactly.
And that was kind of like, hey, we should go somewhere where I can just like freely, and like Barry said, like I bought a snake from him. It took me a year to get paperwork and all the stuff to get it. Where now it's like I have it tomorrow and I'm feeding it and I'm taking care of it. And when I get him a snake, boom, it's tomorrow. It's, you know, so that was a huge one. Just being part of like the whole, like the market is here, right? Like anyone can. You could say it's, you know, there is a market in.
You can't argue it. Yeah.
There is a market in Canada, and there are great guys, and I have lots of great friends back there, and there's great breeders in Canada. But like the market, the ball python market is the U.S. That's just the fact. Yeah. And I wanted to be like in that. I didn't want to be on the outside, just constantly like trying to dip my toe in. And
can I ask a question? And if you don't want to answer, don't answer. But like DJ from South Africa.
Yeah.
He didn't move here. He just figured out, I'll have a connect. I will put someone in the U.S. I'll have someone in the U.S. Did you ever think of that? Or you always thought, I'm coming to the U.S.?
I've had that for a while. I've had that connect for a while, but it's still not. Yeah. Like I bought a snake from DJ in like January. Mm-hmm. I still don't have it. You know, DJ's a great breeder, but I'm still waiting for it. So it's, but if I bought a snake, if I bought a snake from you in January, I would have had it January 2nd. You know what I mean? So it's, and I figured if I was going to do the move, I didn't want to like, just like move to Buffalo, be like in the same bullshit cold all the time. I was like, no, I want to go south. I want to go to the warm. We wanted to do that. And we wanted to, like, my wife and I.
I was born in New York and I couldn't wait to leave. I know Steve was also in New York.
My wife and I both wanted an adventure. Like, just like, we don't have family. We don't have ties. We have a lot of really good friends. I've made a lot of really good buddies through the industry, but I don't have, like, it's just me and her when it really comes down to it, you know? And that's kind of fun. Instead of like, you know, my parents were across the road, love my parents to death, but it's nice to be like out on your own, just doing my thing, you know? So,
there's a question for you, Will. Read it before you answer it so that people know. Read it before you answer it.
When are you going to start YouTube again? Hatchling season 2026. So I'm getting ovulations, everything. You'll start to see dude, I always say, like, I'll do one a week and then I don't do one for 3 years. So it's like I have
you're on there now, so
right. I have to be careful about like over promising, but definitely, like, I'm gonna say twice a month. That's kind of the routine I want to stick with. Yeah, that's my plan currently, is 2 videos a month year round, and I can show off, you know, all the hatchlings, what we're doing. 10, 12, 13 minutes, just like a quick little, you know, hey,
you're playing to the algorithm.
10, 15
Yeah,
minutes, 7 minutes just to get, clutch cut, all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
I just want to I'm not even going to do like a clutch cut. I just would rather be like, hey, I want to show you guys hurricane combos. And then just be like, hey, man, here's a hurricane clown pod. Here's a hurricane DG clown. This is what I like about it. Talk about that project specifically. And then next week, I'll talk about how Mojave is the best Bell Complex gene. Just like stuff like that.
Better. Like when they do the clutch cuttings and stuff, it's like they don't even know what they're looking at. So,
oh, dude, I've always had that with clutch cuttings, we're like, oh, that's an orange dream fiery Enchi yellow belly leopard pied. And I'm like, bro, you're looking at like that little piece of orange on its back.
You got to be careful who you watch.
I've been disappointed so much on clutch cuttings when it actually comes out of the egg from what you thought you saw.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
I've said
you cut it, you think
those are dangerous videos.
Yeah.
And everything, if you work DG clown, everything looks like a DG clown. Especially when it's like a combo, they all look like a DG clown in the egg. You're like, oh my god, look at these odds.
That interesting.
Do you know how many Axanthic DGs that I've hatched that didn't turn out to be Axanthic DG?
Right.
It's got to be like in the 20s at this point.
Right.
3.5 years on that project.
I know. I got a couple, and I was like, I hit it, and I was like,
I clearly hit it, and then 2 sheds later, I'm like, yeah, I didn't hit it.
I had 2 Axanthic pieds in 2 different, actually, they're from that quad het clutch that I was 100%. Both of them were Axanthic DG pieds. Neither were.
Yeah.
So
I did that on a daily basis. Every time I would catch something, I send it in the group. Nah, I don't think it is. I'm like, son of a bitch. 3.5 years of doing this shit, and I'm like, finally hit him this year though. I hit more on TSK than I did on BPI though.
Yeah, I will be going to Daytona. Not vending. I don't think that may change if I get an early enough season, but I don't anticipate I'll be vending. But I'll be there.
If you want to vend, let me know. Here's my thought process on vending Daytona as a guy who's been to a lot of Daytonas. I don't want to get stuck behind my table. So the only way I would ever vend a Daytona is if I had a group of people and we got like 3 or 4 tables, and I say, okay, cool. You go walk around and I'll watch both of our tables. But I do not want to spend a whole Daytona not being able to go look at both rooms at 700
Yeah,
tables.
my kind of thing is like, I kind of want to go like have beers on the beach, Like, hey, you want to watch a table? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sit on the beach. Yeah. I kind of just honestly, like, I've been to enough Tinleys where I've walked around and got to chill with everybody and talk and see snakes. I want that experience for Daytona, and I just want to come and see everybody and just walk around. Just we'll go for drinks, we'll have dinner, or Right.
Will, when's the last time you've been to Daytona?
Never.
Oh, you've never been there?
I've never been to a Daytona.
Yeah,
I've been to everything else.
The after hours
so I can't answer from a vending Daytona experience, but the rest of maybe Barry can't either. Maybe I don't think Barry. Have you ever been to Daytona before?
Yeah, I have stuff on Jason's table.
He's had
and then
some
I
on
leave.
Jason's
If you have never experienced,
he's never been stuck behind a table. I don't think I've walked to Daytona.
Not only that, where I was going to go to
5 years, maybe.
If you've never experienced interacting with Wayne Hill.
Oh,
yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
That's an experience. That's just a story in itself. Like I get to talk with Wayne, and then I don't know if you know, but the company I started, we do all the vendor badges, we do the ticketing, we handle everything. So outside of ball pythons, I do the ticketing for a lot of all the Repticons.
So
do you do it for Daytona?
Let's ask this: Is Wayne gonna take anything other than cash this year?
No, fuck no.
Cash?
No.
Checks?
For entry, it's always cash.
It's cash only.
I know.
Oh, for entry. Okay.
For
He's
people
old
with the
school,
$20
man. You don't have
Screw for
to
entry.
If you
Screw
want
for
to
entry. We're not.
You have to.
Okay, I'll say this, and I love Wayne. I'll say this. I think Wayne is one of the. He's in that nerd. Like he's in that discussion of like OGs of this who have done amazing things. Yeah. Screw cash. You vendors still have to submit checks. What do you? You worried about how people get in?
That's
You're
what I'm
still
saying. I just said we got to snail mail checks. Like, only accepts checks and cash.
We only have
You know?
checks just for that show.
Yeah.
We don't ever use checks.
Exactly.
We were
exactly.
me and Steve went somewhere where
Can I put cash
he
in
had
an
to ask
envelope? and
how
shit?
to write a check because nobody knows.
I haven't wrote a fucking check
We
in
haven't
how many
wrote checks
years?
in so freaking long. He had to
That's
ask
Laura's
somebody
job.
like, "Hey man, I
I
can't."
bet.
I'll show my age.
Rodents and
Whenever I think of
check
someone
writing.
writing a check, I think of a Big Lebowski, like he's writing a check for milk. I'm like, who the hell write like really like checks? Like really?
So what do you guys think? Probably another 15 minutes on here, and we'll call it.
Yeah.
Usually we go till 9, but I know Dale came in a little late.
So,
Yeah, you just
Justin
get them
came
old
in.
ladies.
So, Jeremy,
at the
if you're okay
grocery
with
store
this-
and they write the check in front of you, and you'd be standing there in line while they're writing the check.
not writing a check. I
I'm
used to go
gonna
to
need
the
another
grocery
beer.
store, and if there was one old person in line, and then another line with like 3
They're writing
people
a
who were
check.
like my age, I get behind those people because I'm expecting the old person to like question coupons, ask about prices, write a check. Like I'm 20 minutes before I even get my first item scanned. I'm going over there. I'm not getting behind this dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
I ain't seen
boy.
that in a long time, but
Yeah.
I hear crickets.
Crickets.
not
My
mine.
garage is open. That's me.
You got the crickets?
So there are a bunch
is
of
that
like
where your
that.
stuff
Like,
is in the garage? Is that where you're at, Miguel, in the garage?
yeah. So I don't know. I'll put my camera up, but I have insulated my garage and put a mini split. You see it up there?
Okay. You still have the garage door or no?
Yeah, but my mini split, like right now, it is 76 degrees, and I keep my garage at 76 total. It's 75.5 technically. So.
Is it
My garage is
insulated,
open
like
because I'm
the
smoking,
garage
so I don't
door?
want the smoke to just linger in the garage.
Hmm.
it's nice out.
Dale, what are
How's
you
that?
drinking?
He's drinking terrapins or something, isn't he?
Me? Yeah, I did.
Dale, how's your room
Let me see.
coming along? Is the snake room
The
done
room?
yet, Dale?
So if you guys don't know, Dale has been building the house for how long is it now? 11 years?
The house is done. The house has been done. I'm moving rats. I'm moving
Hey,
rats.
Dale's
house
house
is
is nice.
badass.
It's
Dale's
worth
been
it.
building a
It's
house
worth
so
it.
long that his AC is already outdated. He needs to update it.
I'm moving rats. The
All right.
rats should be done this like in another like I'm hoping 2 weeks. The room should be done. Should be moved, not done. The room's done. And then I can start
All right.
working on the
When
Are you
Dale was
full-time,
building
Dale?
a house, I could not legally buy my own beer, and now he has his own house.
what do you say?
Dale's full time.
Are you doing this full time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you.
I mean, he's actually Dale. How long have you been doing it full time?
6 years maybe now or something.
What
Roughly.
did you
I
do
don't know.
before that, Dale? What did you do for? a
You
living?
started. You started where? You started in Damascus, right? And then you moved to the U.S. around like
No, I've lived in the same area the whole my whole life.
50 BC.
I used to
Jesus
get
never shaved his head.
grocery store.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think
I
I've
never
been
knew
doing it
that.
now 5 or 6 years now, full time.
You are too, Steve?
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve was a firefighter.
2020 or 2021? Because when I met you, you were still working as a firefighter, but then shortly after that, you moved full time.
Yeah. After I got broken to the point of no return from firefighting, but stayed on until about 2023. But I've been pretty much doing it full time for probably at least 5 or 6 years now.
Nice.
Jeremy will be a full time in about 2 years when he's got 50 tornadoes.
Jeremy's gonna he's gonna be retired. Fuck full time. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm working 2
Jeremy-
full-time jobs right now.
Jeremy will be patching in from the yacht, just sailing the keys. What's up, boys? Yeah.
And I'll say,
Living a life like Justin Weinrich is in that fucking
Yeah, he's like
space
Disney,
shuttle.
yeah.
Justin's my hero. Justin is, it's funny because you look at Justin and we, we all know Justin, but he's never had a job. Like his job has
No.
been.
Oh, yeah,
Snake.
big snake.
His whole life.
He's
That's cool.
He's done part-time
never-
jobs.
He's never worked
He's
at
never-
all.
he's never
had a
boss.
Yes, he did. He did like waiting and
Dinner or
stuff.
something. Yeah, once.
That's
a
what
That's
year.
what I'm
Like
saying. He's
stuff.
never had a career.
And
He didn't have a career and became a ball python breeder.
He's got a
He
degree though.
graduated early.
He grew
He's
up
not-
with
Me
it.
and Barry
not
are the
old
only
enough
ones
to
that
have a
really have a
fucking
job
career.
right now. Oh, Miguel
And
does
Miguel.
too, I guess. But
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess to an extent, I would have been very similar. I did work my entire 20s, but like I started keeping snakes as a kid, and then I got into like breeding ball pythons around 18, still in university, and got out of university, and then I let the ball pythons, like every cent just rolled back into the snakes for a decade.
There's a Canada thing, so let's Americanize you. We just call it college. We don't call it university.
College.
Yeah.
So what we call college is like community college. It's
There's
like
no we.
Yeah.
You're one of us now. You're one of us
Yeah,
now.
yeah, fair enough. All right. Yeah. So while I was in
didn't go to the
college,
university.
yeah, yeah, it does sound snobby, doesn't it? Like I went to university. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I know
Yeah.
how to fix cars at the
US.
university.
That's a European thing, I think. Yeah.
University with the word student debt. That's what we call university.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But I came out of school and worked my 20s and then went full time in like 2019 ish, right before COVID.
Now, how old are you? You don't mind me asking?
I'll be 37 this year.
Okay, so you've been full time how long?
Since 2019, I went full time.
So you beat COVID by like a few months.
Yeah, bro. Like I went full time like a year, like July 2019, and then like a year later, I was like, this was the best decision I ever made. Like, this was crazy. You know, I was like, oh, the business is so easy. This is the best.
Oh, yeah.
And then, and now I'm like, hey, wait, yeah. I'm like, you think we can ration those ramen packs, babe? Like, I don't know if we can, you know?
Steve's like, hell yeah, I'm retiring. Now Steve's like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm already retired now. It doesn't even matter to me. He's having fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been good. It's been good. I can't complain.
That's a different conversation, but my biggest fear, like I've never invested at the level to do this full time. And it's not that I couldn't or anything like that. And you know, the rest of the guys know me, but like I enjoy opening tubs. I have a much smaller, you know, I'm closer to Barry than the rest of the guys. I never want this not to be fun. My fear is that when it's a business and it's paying my bills and, you know, there's and I think Steven from Leviathan has actually talked about this on a couple of videos, and kudos to him for that. But there's a strategy involved in any market when you want to become a full-time anything at something, and you have to put yourself in a position to do that. You know, paying down debt, limiting bills, making sure that you can control your overhead.
That's huge.
Yeah, and for me, the snakes are fun, and I don't want to carry on. I'll never be a full-time ball python breeder because I just fear too much that it won't become about the snakes. That'll become about it has to cover my bills, you know, my breeding strategies, everything. And I'm not saying that, I know other people can manage it.
I will
don't
say
want to
this.
do that.
If you can take care of all your debt and get rid of all that, and all you're doing is the snakes, then you'll be fine. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. And it's all from snakes. If it wasn't for snakes, I would not be in the position that I am right now. I mean, I'm grateful that I had great years in the ball python industry. Plus, I'm retired now, so I get a check every month, and I don't even touch that. That just goes into.
But the thing you don't talk about, Steve,
I'll take it.
Like I use Steve as a good example as how to become a full-time ball python breeder.
Off my debt.
You know, I tell people, you know, I've had people, oh, how do I do this full time? I'm not the guy to talk to. I tell them talk to Steve, because when you have those good years, you have to be smart on how you. There's a level of investment in keeping your collection up to date, but there's also a level of paying down debt. Dale's another one. You got to pay down your debt. You have to make sure that you're in a position that if you have a lean year, you're okay. You're not like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So you can't have a new car. You can't have a huge mortgage. You can't have excess outbills. You have to be able to say, I have limited my overhead. And now on a lean year, I just have to reserve myself, but I'm fine. And a lot of people, you know, especially, I don't know Canada, but in America, you know, we do have a debt heavy culture. And so if you've put yourself in debt and you have a lot of bills, if you can't eliminate those, you're probably not in a good position, unless you're very wealthy, to become a full-time breeder. And a full-time breeder has to be ready for lean years.
I also think that people try and go full-time too quickly.
Absolutely.
I think people like jump in and they're like, year 3, they're like, I'm a breeder. You're like, dude, you haven't even grown a snake up yet. Like, chill.
That ain't gonna work.
You know,
they subsidize it with their Patreons.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
but
if you have bills to pay, that's tough. If you have bills to pay every week and you have to sell so many snakes every week just to pay your bills, that's an unheartening feeling, man. Honestly. Sure,
but I would make the agreement. I would make the alternative, like try not to live above your means, right? Like it's just because you make just because you make $250,000 doesn't mean you need to spend $250,000 a year.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to. I try and be frivolous. I mean, yeah, dude. If I can save $10 on a case of deli cups, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. You know, like it's just for sure. Who isn't?
Honestly, I grew up poor, so growing up poor, you don't spend money as quick as you get it. So that helped me in the long run. When we were actually making money in the industry, it made it really easy to hold it.
I'm not. I'm just letting everybody else talk.
I see a lot of people that come in and they spend crazy
he's
money
hiding
right
his yawns and everything.
And keep spending.
I'll say that this industry, even in a bad
one out there for when we get off of this thing.
Oh, just hop in now, buddy.
No, I'm hanging out with my buddies, and then I'm gonna go smoke one of these fucking hot dogs.
Even in a down market, I don't. From what I've heard from a lot of guys, like right now, I'm actually like I need more stuff. I wish I had done an extra 30 clutches this year because I don't have much left, and that's a.
Yeah, I saw
that. Not right. Not very often are you going to hear me say, "I wish I had more babies.
Yeah.
I wish I had more." Like that's not a common thing for me to say. I'm doing about things are moving.
Yeah, Okay. I'm doing about 110 clutches a year. I'm not out of snakes by any means.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Inventory to keep me going. If I wanted to not breed for 6 months or 5 months, I don't have to. I have plenty of animals to sell. You know what I mean? And it keeps me going. Everything. Yeah. I mean, everything sells at a certain price, so there's always income coming in.
Even in this like bad market,
it's a discussion. Most.
I don't think it's a bad market though.
Have established.
I don't either. I think it's a mature market.
Yeah, it's a normal ball python market. We still have our pet people coming in. We still have our breed people. They want to come in and buy more animals.
I still outpace what I made at work for 10 years. I wasn't making I was making good money.
Good Lord.
Right. And I still way outpace what I'm making at work.
I was making more money in January than I made an entire year during COVID as a firefighter. Yeah. It didn't even make any sense anymore.
Yeah,
the guys I was working with couldn't understand. They couldn't understand why I was still working. I was like, it's retirement. And they're like, whatever. And then I got hurt, and then it put me out. But I don't know.
Yeah,
but I think Steve, I think that's a point that a lot of people don't recognize. No matter what shed testing does, no matter how fast the market goes, brand recognition, building that keeps you. Like there are lots of people who have invested really quick and are struggling. And we've seen some people come in and dump cash and get out, but they don't realize that like a trustworthy name means something in this industry still.
There's no shortage of guys who spent $250,000 and are nowhere to be seen. There's no shortage of those. They're everywhere.
Absolutely.
This isn't just a dump money at it and you're a successful thing. This is a time. This is like a creativity, a vision, a passion, and like being okay doing the same thing day in and day out. Like ball pythons are reptiles in general are a thing.
They'll teach you patience before you get out.
Yeah, and require like a patience is a good one, but they require like a level of just like being okay doing the same task over and over and over.
Factory
for
work.
the love of it.
It's a repetitive
Yeah.
process.
But
Yeah,
we
it's a
work with
monotonous
animals on a
thing,
day-
right?
Yes, but it's
fair,
something that we love and we're
fair.
passionate about it. If we weren't passionate about this and we didn't love it, it wouldn't work. You can't just do it because it's money. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
as
not
we all know, the odds gods aren't always in your favor, and so you'll be like, "Oh man, next
Absolutely.
year's gonna be a great year," and then all of a sudden you're like, "Fuck, I missed everything! Like, what the hell?" You know?
See, I mean, I get this being full time. You have to produce your own rodents. I don't necessarily agree with that. I could
Wait,
right now.
Read the question because people won't know what you're answering.
It's gone, but it said basically, being full time right now, you have to produce your own rodents in this market to make things work. And yes, there is an element of that for sure. But I thought about just continuing to buy rats.
Yeah,
that was my
we have
thing.
a guy on our panel. He's not with us right now, but
just buys rodents. Full time,
Jungle
right?
Never produce his own rodents.
The only reason
I feed my collection, it would cost me over $50,000 a year to feed my collection the way I feed it.
Well, mine's not.
For me, I have to produce the rodents.
Okay, so you're like me, Dale. It's not for me. It's not necessarily the cost; it's the availability. Knowing I have the rats when I want them and when I want to feed them, and I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait till fucking Tuesday, and this guy's like, "Oh, I'm short 100 pups," and no, dude. Like, I want to feed my snakes when I want to feed my snakes. Right.
You can't do that.
That's why I produce rats.
Absolutely. Right. For the convenience of it.
And I'm not getting, dehydrated, shitty rats, like just gross rats. We've all seen them,
just not knowing what quality of rodents you're getting.
Right. Like I know that I produce my rats and they're good quality. Right.
Yeah, you have quality control.
Right. Right. That's really what it comes down to is knowing that I've produced the food source and that it's quality and healthy and that I have it available to me when I need it. Today, I know they don't feed today, but I open some
12 millimeters, and I'm gonna throw some extra. Like girl, here you go. What do you need?
Yeah, let's dude. Today I came in, and I normally don't feed on today's Friday. I normally don't feed Fridays. I feed on Mondays. But I opened some tubs, and those girls like whip their head, look at you like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, go grab a bin of rats.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Right, yeah.
I feed all the time. If something looks like it's hungry,
I've had Steve's employees call me and be like, "Do you need more mice? We just had so many. Would you come on, just buy extras." And,
they just go and pull from the drawers, not even holding, and I can feed my entire baby collection.
I mean,
which is nice.
What would it take you money-wise to feed your collection weekly? Like
me?
I don't know anybody.
About $1,000 a week. Yeah, so about the same.
53,000.
Yeah. So $1,000 a week. That's what I was.
In between 53 and $60,000 a year.
No,
maybe now
weekly.
$600 for me. Maybe now $600 a month. I'm tiny for you guys.
So
you're like $200, $150, $180 a week for you.
So like I said, I keep a small collection of enough to feed my adults. My babies come from this weirdo I know in Brooksville. He supplies me with all my baby food.
I might be as high as 1,500 during baby season. 1,500 a week in rats a week. I'd be.
That's the hard part, though.
What price wise? What are you paying for that? What are you paying?
When I was paying $250 a small, buck 75 a wean, something along those lines.
Well, welcome to the U.S. because that seems pretty high for a small.
Breeding season can be challenging now. When you have 500, 700 babies, 1,000 babies, where are you going to find 500, 700 to 1,000 babies, like hoppers that you need weekly?
Right. That's where it comes back to availability for me.
Everybody and asking them, can I get 500, 600? And you're not even feeding everything. It just gets crazy. Right. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't even worth it. Now I overproduce what I need. I sell my extras, and everything is fed more than I would have ever fed it. So,
it's easy to identify those guys, though. When you go on Morph Market and you see like a female that was born in 2024 and she's 288 grams, you're like, yeah, he's struggling to feed this girl.
Dude, I have seen. I know it's happening. I know it's happening because I've had buddies like send me the same snake and then the same snake again in a new ad, but a 2024 that's taken down and then relisted as a late 2025, and you're like,
Really?
wait, what? They're relisting it as a 2025 because it hasn't sold, and it's still 180 grams, and they're like embarrassed to say it's a 24 at 180 grams, obviously, and so they're relisting them as 25s.
It's probably,
dude, there's
I would say feeding and rodents are probably the part that people don't, or at least underestimate and don't calculate for when they're new.
Yeah.
It could be very.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For somebody new coming, you got 150 gram, like snake collection that you have to feed weekly. That could get expensive if you're not producing. Say you're all sub-adults and you're just growing them up. That's an expensive.
The big one is it's very expensive in that transition period where you're trying to hold stuff back and you're not producing like really good stuff to sell, and you just like you're kind of in that like limbo period where you're like, you're building your collection, but you're not quite at that spot where you're selling like, couple $1,000, $3,000 animals, that part could be very, very tough. Yeah.
I tell new breeders when they're like, oh, but I could hit this. Okay. Say you hit one of them.
Could hit that.
You could.
Yeah.
But even if you hit it, say I give you the benefit of the doubt and you hit it, you're not selling it. That's the holdback. You're selling the byproduct. You're selling what you missed on. You didn't breed that so you could sell the best animal. So your clutch, this is a $4,000 clutch. Yeah, but 3,500 of it is saying it's a $400 to $500 clutch that you have to keep feeding. You're keeping the two best snakes or whatever. The rest of your snakes where they're like we talked about, where you hit the male quad head. Whether you like it or not, that's a $80 show at a deli cup that you're selling that looks like a normal.
Yeah, but
that's not a
triple head.
Yeah. But like that value only matters if you're selling it. If it's a holdback, the value is in your rack, not in the show or on Morph Market. And so you have to know that like, I'm making whatever 50, 100 clutches. Okay, but you're going to keep the best 20 animals, and because you played the long ball game, because you played the odds, you have to be ready to absorb the cost of sustaining those animals long term, no matter how long they take to sell. And we all know the economy is a little slower than it was. COVID was a false market. That gave people a lot of false hope.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course,
artificial inflation. That's not the norm.
But I can tell you, it wasn't just in ball pythons either. That was the case. That was the case in real estate. That was the case in the stock market. That was the case in if you were buying ATVs or boats or dirt bikes, you couldn't get them, so you were paying through the nose for them, right?
There was no cars on the car lots.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So
I was banking at work on that, doing fixing cars back then because they couldn't buy a new one.
Mary was looking at the blitz going, you want to keep that old car, keep it running,
just changing soccer mom's oil all day long. Yeah.
Like 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got blink.
You need new engine mounts, but I got to remove the whole front of your car, so it's going to be $4,000. Go ahead.
Barry was hitting them with they need blinker fluid and they need all that sort of stuff, Yeah. Yeah.
He had soccer moms coming in going, I need help, and he was like, have you ever heard of the Kiki ball python? I'll take trade.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, we gotta cut this off here. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 50 minutes that we ran it.
All right.
So,
well, thanks for having me on, boys. This was fun.
Everyone.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Will.
Yeah, anytime.
Party pooper, but
hopefully another time.
Yeah.
Getting late.
Yeah,
was it really almost 3 hours?
Yeah.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We've had. God, I think the last time I looked, there was 25 on, which is not bad for after 3 hours. It's a long time, but
yeah. Cool.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Will, thank you for joining us.
This out. We'll hang out
dude.
A little,
thanks
for 5 minutes backstage or whatever, and then.
Thanks for having me.
Before we close out, we know that Dale's doing the show in Jacksonville, so if you're close, go ahead and stop by and see Dale. Anybody else have any shows they're doing coming up? Does anybody want to announce any shows they'll be at?
I'll be
in
Atlanta in
the website and actually check the location because it's not where it was before.
There's an Atlanta show in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is there?
12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come by.
Dale's trying to explain that.
Come at dinner.
Yeah, sure.
What?
It said Dale's trying
Jeremy,
to
when's your
explain
next
that
show?
that show's not in the same spot.
Yeah. Jacksonville is not in the same location, so
Shit, I think
make
our
sure you
next
look
one
up
is
the new
what,
location.
Tampa or Orlando?
I got Reptilian
Which
Nation
one?
in Fort Lauderdale on the 25th and 26th with Justin.
Yeah.
He'll be out there.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I'm
That's
not
about
sure which one our next one is. I know Steve does. He's not doing Orlando anymore. So,
Nope. Fuck Orlando.
all right, guys, we're gonna shut it off. We'll hang out backstage for like 5 minutes or something like that. But yeah, it's
Before we
late,
head
so,
off, Jeremy, chat. We greatly rely on you guys for possible subjects, things you want us to talk about, future kind of things. So even after this goes off, if you watch it later, if you're watching this after it's not live anymore, post in the chat. We're gonna watch. We will read the chat and those subjects. Any things you guys want to talk about, we'll bring up the next show. Do we have a date for the next show, Jeremy, or not yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet. We have to get together. We could talk about that after we
All
shut
right,
down.
we'll
and
post
see.
it, but
it might
we
take a
rely on
little
the
bit
chat to
figure
keep
that out.
keep us engaged. So please let us know.
Yeah, and subscribe. We always get more views than we have subscribers, so let's get some more subscribers and all that other nonsense. So, all right, we'll see you
If
guys.
you haven't already hit the like button, you're a loser. I mean, please do.
This is what I hated
Don't
about
matter to
YouTube
me.
videos, man. I hate to stand there and be like, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
will say too, I don't know
I
about
thought
all the rest.
we weren't about all that.